Good evening, Buffs fans, and welcome to the University of Colorado Student Rec Center. I am Joe Paris alongside Connor McHugh. And Connor, we are here for the inaugural broadcast for ACHA Division I men's hockey. Colorado will face off tonight against the visiting Arizona Wildcats. Last night was a wild game, Connor. Colorado loses the game 4-1, but, well, we saw a lot of fight from both squads.
Yeah, it was a fun game. It started off very even. Both teams really did a good job of keeping in the game. It was a 1-1 game after the first period. But then Arizona just played really scrappy all night. They were very physical. And one of the things they did, it kind of seemed like they intimidated the Buffs. And they really got in their heads and had a really big second period. And after that, it was all Arizona. And
it was a lot of fun. As you mentioned, we had a lot of scraps last night. And, well, rumor has it, this is the scrappiest team in the ACHA, Arizona is. So you're a fan of scrappy hockey, we'll see some tonight. But let's talk about this Arizona Wildcats team. They are scrappy players, but they're also very talented. One of the top teams in the country, and they come in and play not only a physical game, but a high-octane offense game. Let's talk about a few of their players. Let's start off with the captain, Ansel Ivans-Anderson. A goal and an assist last night. He really led the way for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he did a great job. You can tell he's a little bit of a leader. But the thing is he leads by example. He's tall, he's very skilled. He moved the puck very well last night. And in his one goal, it was just an absolute snipe. His assist was a very nice, just kind of feed right through a nice lane. He's done a very good job for this team, and you can really tell that he's someone the Buffs are going to have to look after tonight as the captain of the Wildcats. Another guy that we want to talk to is Andrew Merms. Last night, I called him the Brad Marchand of the ACHA. What about him?
Well, you know, Merms had his hand in on almost every altercation. It seems like we said Andrew Merms off and on. But as you mentioned, Brad Marchand from the Boston Bruins. Not only was he a physical player, he had a goal and assist last night too. Tied for the team on points for this weekend. And, well, I'm sure we'll be saying Merms' names a lot tonight, but let's talk about the big factor for the Wildcats, goaltender Garrett Patrick. Patrick only allowed one goal last night, stopping several saves, and, well, the Buffs just couldn't seem to beat him.
Yeah, and the problem is he's big, he's fast, and he isn't that big on paper. He's 6'1", but he looks so much bigger on ice. He covers the net really well. He's got good positioning. He moves quick, and he really stole a couple goals from the Buffs last night. And he's going to be the big factor, just like for the Buffs, it's usually Palumbo. And speaking of Palumbo, let's go over to the Buffalo side of the ice. And we're going to want to take a look at a couple of these players. And Mr. Palumbo, the usual starting goaltender for the Buffs, not starting tonight.
The big news tonight, Matt Lechner, the usual backup goaltender, will be getting the start tonight against the Wildcats. It's one of his first starts all year. Coach Eric Ballard thought that he really deserved a shot towards the end of the year. And, well, we've heard good things about Lechner in practice. We'll see if he can bring it tonight. But, Connor, let's talk about it. The puck really wasn't bouncing the Buffs' way last night. They had an own goal on a power play opportunity. And, well, tonight's a new night. And Colorado's got some very talented guys out there. The number one line of Pierce Matty, David Coleman, and Sebastian Lem was always fun to watch. But, well, the guy last night, Mick Bruce, great goal in crunch time.
Yeah, Mick Bruce got a very nice feed from Richard Wigton, who also had an unbelievable game for the Buffaloes. And Mick Bruce was all over the place. He had some big hits last night. He was very solid on the defense. And, yeah, he did a very good job getting that feed getting the feed from Richard Wigton and putting in that goal. He was a great leader as well. He's one of those guys that came over here in between the semesters, and he's done a good job for the Buffs so far.
And going back to last night, let's talk about the second period. The second period was really, to me, one of the most exciting periods of hockey all year. Now, Colorado got outplayed, but it was scrappy. It was fun. Old-time hockey, and, well, tonight I think we're going to see more of the same. You know, you can only play a team so many times without getting frustrated. And it seems in hockey, you play them once and, well, you know them all too well.
Yeah, and last night, like you said, was a very scrappy game. Neither of these teams like each other very much. And one of the things is this is the last game of the year for the Buffaloes and one of the last for the Arizona Wildcats. You know that some of these guys, especially the older ones, might want to get a scrap or two in before they're done with their college hockey career.
So tonight's going to be a big matchup. This is game 2 of 2 of the Arizona Wildcats visiting the Colorado Buffaloes. And, hey, thanks for tuning in to our inaugural broadcast here. We are live. Yes, this is live in Boulder, Colorado. Alongside Connor McHugh, I'm Joe Paris. Feel free to interact with us during the show. Find the team on Twitter at CU Buffs Hockey. You can find Connor at Connor2McHugh. You can find myself at Joe Paris. We'll be tweeting our updates throughout the game, but, you know, we've got a lot of surprises for you. Of course, we'll have the game coming up here in a little bit, but during the first intermission, we're going to have some guests with us. It's going to be a lot of fun, so strap in. We've got some fun hockey for you. Again, though, alongside Connor McHugh, I'm Joe Paris. Thanks for joining us, and, yeah, don't adjust your sets. This is live ACHA Division I hockey. The Colorado Buffaloes will be hosting the Arizona Wildcats. Puck set to drop at 7:30, but we're going to leave you now. We're going to go gather our notes and gather our heads, but we'll be back in just a few minutes for the puck drop. This is the Colorado Buffaloes television network.
Yeah, this is a little weird. I'm not used to this right now, but get used to it, guys, because next year it's going to be a lot more like this. And in the meantime, up until we get back here on camera for you guys, tell us about who our little musical guest is.
Today's breaks are sponsored to you by Cascade Kinsey, local band in Boulder. They are one of the hottest acts in town. They have so generously donated some of their songs for us to use tonight. So Cascade Kinsey will be featured on air tonight. We're going to have some Cascade Kinsey, and Connor and I will be back for the first period action. This is the Colorado Buffaloes TV network. Hello and welcome back to Boulder, Colorado. I'm Joe Paris alongside Connor McHugh. We are here live in Boulder at the Student Rec Center for ACHA Division I hockey. Colorado Buffaloes will be taking on the Arizona Wildcats. Let's go over the keys to the game. Colorado going to have a new look goalie tonight. Matt Lechner going to get the start over Alex Palumbo, who has been struggling, but we'll get to that in a second. If you're the Colorado Buffaloes, Connor, what are your keys to the game?
Well, one of my keys to the game is just get shots on net. Last night there weren't many shots. They didn't really put too much pressure on the goaltender, Garrett Patrick. And the thing is, you're going to get a goal no matter what. If you're putting shots on net, you can have bad quality shots, high quality shots. Something is going to trickle in eventually. That's one of the biggest things. The other thing I'd say, protect Matt Lechner. I mean, he hasn't been out there too much this year, and defense has been all right. They've been good this year, but it's been a lot of Palumbo, and Lechner's going to get his first real try of the year.
Colorado's taking the ice behind us right now, you may be able to see, and it's going to be an exciting matchup. And, well, you know, my key to the game, it may sound naive, it may sound elementary, get a goal. You got to score first and, well, protect that lead. You can't win a hockey game if you don't score enough goals, obviously. But we're live, Boulder, Colorado, alongside Connor McHugh. I'm Joe Paris. Thank you for joining us on our inaugural broadcast here. Local television on Comcast 63, and online at Livestream. Means a lot to us that you guys are tuning in. Make sure to follow all the action at CU Buffs Hockey. We are going to step aside real quickly for the national anthem, but when we come back, we'll be here for the puck drop and all of the action for tonight. Stay tuned for all of that and more on the Colorado Buffaloes television network.
Hello and welcome, Buff fans, back to the Rec Center here at CU for this matchup between the University of Colorado Buffaloes and the University of Arizona Wildcats. I'm Connor McHugh alongside Joe Paris here with the call of your first ever television broadcast here at the new CU Rec Center. A lot of new things here coming for this Buffaloes program. Now, Joe, score last night, 4-1 Arizona. We already kind of talked about in our little pregame show what the Buffs need to do, but here we go. Puck about to drop. Last keys to the game. You know, Colorado's got to get out there and they've got to fire on all cylinders. This is one of their last games of the entire year, and we've seen from the beginning of the year they have gotten so much better. And I know Coach Eric Ballard and all of us up here know that they can play a good game, and we're going to see it tonight. And the puck is dropped, and the puck will go all the way down into the Arizona zone. Chasing after it is Alex Vasquez of the Wildcats. Stolen there behind the net, though, by number 22, Street. Street will not lose it, and it's going to go into the neutral zone for the Wildcats. Taking it in is Merms. Merms going to get it over to his teammate, whose shot will go just wide and into the netting here just 19 seconds into the game. And quick start there for Arizona. Kind of happened last night as well. What do the Buffs need to do to stop this? You know, Colorado's got to do a nice job of sealing off the slot. Last night they had too much traffic in there, and there's a difference between making sure that the lane is clear and, well, create a screen on your old goaltender. And now with the puck is Evan Street. He's going to try and pass that up to his teammate. It's going to go all the way down, and with it is number 6, Matthew Raiola of the Wildcats. Wildcats are going to try and move it forward, but Evan Street again with the puck. Can't get it in the zone. Just goes off sides with no call there. Puck now with the Wildcats. Number 22 of the Wildcats will have it there, and he's going to pass it over to his defenseman. Wildcats make the long streaking pass, knocked down by Evan Street. It'll go all the way down back behind Matt Lechner. Now Knightenbach's with it. Knightenbach up to Matty. Stolen there by number 7, O'Day. O'Day is going to chip it all the way down. It will be an icing here early on. Just 19:01 left in this period, only a minute in. What do you see so far, Joe? You know, I see a lot of energy out there, and I know there's a bunch of Buffs that want to get it going. They want to kick into that second gear, and, you know, sometimes you just kind of hold on to it to the later part of the game, and I think if Colorado can come out and just fire now, it'd probably be the best thing they could do. And face-off here won by the Wildcats, but good pressure there by Sebastian Lem. Puck, though, stays in for the Wildcats. Hurley Kane now fighting for it with his other Buffalo there, and the Wildcats try to make an attempt. Holds on to the puck, though, and he's going to keep trying, though. Jack Knightenbach gets it up, just misses Pierce Matty. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Icing will be waved off. Matty now in the corner there with his teammate Lem. Lem giving good pressure. Wildcats still able to get it out now, bringing it out here. Goes to number 7, Alex O'Day. Hurley Kane's just going to be able to chip it out here into the neutral zone. Wildcats looking to regroup. And it looks like there might be a call here for too many men on the ice. Not quite sure what the referee's signaling.
Well, we're getting a penalty either way here, Connor. I'm not sure what the call is right now. We're looking right down in front of us to see what the referees are going to call. And heading over to the box for the Wildcats is going to be Michael Ferreira. So Colorado's going to go on the power play here early. And last night we saw the same situation. But, well, if you're a Colorado fan, you'll know. They have a tough time on the man advantage. But, hey, it's the end of the year. You've had all the practice in the world. This is where you put it to go.
Exactly, and out on is the second line for this team with Street and Grush, and Wigton played very well last night here for the Buffaloes. Looks like there's going to be a penalty already on the Buffs. It's going to go to Jack Knightenbach, and he's going to get another 2 minutes, and now it is going to be 4-on-4. Luke Knightenbach, I'm sorry, and that will be 4-on-4 here early on in the game. A lot of open ice here. Buffs didn't do so well on 4-on-4 either last night.
No, and Colorado actually let up a goal on the 4-on-4 action last night, and if you're Coach Eric Ballard, you've got to be a little bit disappointed early on, literally under 2 minutes into the game. You get the first good chance, and, well, you kind of blow it away there with a little bit of a ticky-tack call.
Well, Buffs now skating it up the far boards. They're just going to chip it in. Nate Grush will give chase behind the net. In goal tonight is Steven Sisler. He did not play last night for the Wildcats. Shot there by Straight. Saved by Sisler. Goes behind the net. Grush back to his teammate to Street. Street tries the wraparound move. He's going to poke at it. Goes now into the near corner. Wildcats get control of the puck. They're going to hold on to it here behind the net. Puck now goes to number 26 of the Wildcats. That is Michael Ferreira. Wildcats going to try and skate it out. Merms can't get the pass over to his teammate. Nate Grush has it. Shot attempt saved by Sisler. He's going to hold on to it. 17:36 left in this period. A minute 20 left in the a minute 11 left in the 4-on-4, and then we'll get a quick 9-second power play for the Wildcats.
And we see Nate Grush in front of the net pushing and shoving, and, well, the referees come over there quickly to break things up. And, Connor, after last night's game, you got to know they're going to let him go.
Yeah, it was a very, very rough game last night, and we're going to see plenty of penalties here at the new CU Rec Center. With the puck now for the Wildcats is number 10, Nicholson. He's going to get it over to his teammate. The Wildcats try and chip it out. Bringing it up is Peter Martin of the Buffaloes. He's hit hard there on the sideboards. Wildcats will gain possession again. Wildcats looking to break it out. Number 23 with the puck, Alex Vasquez. Vasquez slowing things down, looking to break it out. He's going to get that up to his teammate, O'Day. O'Day loses the puck, though, and Pierce Matty is going to bring it up himself. The freshman takes a shot, saved by Sisler, goes up into the netting, and Pierce Matty has been at the absolute best forward on this team so far, and he's only a freshman, Joe.
Yeah, and Matty's leading the team in points, goals, and assists right now. He's got 13 goals, 9 assists, good for 22 points, and as you mentioned, he's a freshman. And, you know, if you're Coach Eric Ballard, you got to be so happy to have such a young leader, such a young talent on your team moving into the future.
And this team has more than 3 captains, something you're not usually used to seeing, and 2 of them are, in fact, freshmen. Now skating it up for the Wildcats after losing his Drasner. Bringing it up is Marinholtz for the Buffs. Marinholtz will try and get a shot. It's just going to pop up and go into that far corner. 2 Buffs in the corner. Wildcats now skating it out. With the puck is number 29. He gets hit there hard by a defenseman, and behind the net is Dordick. Dordick chips it up. And brought down there is John Myra. He's going to draw a penalty here for the Buffaloes. And it looks like they're going to have 9 seconds 4-on-4 with 16:25 left in the period, and then they're going to have almost a full 2 minutes on the power play.
And Colorado doing a good job getting pressure towards the front of the net, and more importantly, getting shots. Last night, Colorado was very hard pressed to not only get opportunities, but good opportunities. And, well, they looked a little bit nervous, maybe gripping the stick a little too hard, and they'd come in and throw a lot of shots wide.
Well, now taking the faceoff once again, we're seeing the number 2 power play unit turning into the number 1 unit tonight. And we've got Evan Street taking the faceoff for the Buffaloes. Street wins the faceoff, and Nate Grush is going to take it behind the net. He's got a man on him, though. Gets it over to Street here in the near corner. Street hit hard there in the corner, and taking it out is Nate Grush. Grush tries to get it up, and it's going to be saved by Knightenbach at the blue line, but not for long. Taking up now is Nicholson. Nicholson's shot goes just wide of Lechner and into the far corner. 2 Buffs and 1 Wildcat there on the side boards, and Nate Grush is going to make a nice little move. Mick Bruce taking it up for the Buffaloes. He's just going to chip it in and look to get it to Wigton there in the far corner. Wigton, good pressure there by the Wildcats. Gets it behind for Grush. Grush trying to get it out of the corner. Grush looking at Mick Bruce. He finally gets it to him. Cross pass to Knightenbach. Whiffs on the one-time shot. Back to Wigton behind the net. Wigton up to Bruce. Bruce over to Wigton. Wigton shot, scores!
And that's the man that Connor talked about in the pregame. Rich Wigton been lining up the scoreboard the last few weeks here, and that's going to be an early Colorado goal. And what we saw was a ton of screening on the right side, and you saw Wigton just walk into the circle, put it top right, and, that's a goal scorer's goal right there. That's a snipe. And, if you're Colorado, that could not be a better shot. And I mentioned during the pregame, and we'll say it again, although it's naive, although it's elementary, you got to get that first goal. And now you got to keep attacking. Don't turtle. Don't hang back. Don't say, all right, we're up now. We'll skate with them. Keep on attacking. And Rich Wigton, who's been playing just out of his mind here the last few weeks, is making it count.
And now we understand why Coach Ballard put that second unit there on the power play to start off. They really were the spark plug last night, and the only reason the Buffs kind of stayed in the game.
And there's a 4-on-4
going to be a
goal.
4-on-4 here to start off after that goal. Taking it in now is Evans Anderson. Shot off the crossbar. Almost beats Lechner there. Pierce Maddie's going to skate it out up to Sebastian Lem. Lem now taking it down the far boards. Lem trying to drive to the net. He's going to hold it there in the far corner. Maddie in to help. He's hit hard. He's going to draw a penalty there. Slow to get up. Shot by Lem goes just wide, and Maddie gets it back. Maddie looking for his point man. Oswaney. He's going to get that back down to Maddie. Maddie looking for a shot towards net. Goes just wide, and it's going to come all the way off the zone. Still a delayed penalty here. 4-on-4. Only a minute 23 left in that. And the Buffs will get a nice little power play after they give up the puck. Hurley Kane almost loses it, and he does. And we will get a 4-on-4 here with a minute 17 left in the power play, or 4-on-3 with a minute 17 left in that, and then we're going to have 14:48 left in the period.
Yeah, we saw a 4-on-3 opportunity for the Buffs last night, and well, Connor, it really opens up the really opens up the ice. And heading off for the for the Wildcats, it's going to be Eric Waters. And it's not Waters.
That will be Merms, the man we talked about before the game that is a very scrappy player, but he surprises you with his skill. And we've got one of the assistant captains here for the Wildcats just talking to the ref. Not quite sure he agrees with it. That's a 4-minute penalty for him.
Double minor. I think it's going to be for the head contact on Maddie in that corner. So Colorado's got a real unique opportunity here to have an extended power play and a 4-on-3 opportunity as well.
And the puck is going to come up here to number 18, Drasner. Drasner can't catch the pass, though, and he's just going to chip it in and slow things down. Minute 05 left in this 4-on-3, and then they're going to have a good 3 minutes on the power play 5-on-4. Pierce Maddie taking it in the zone, makes one nice move around. Puck will wind up going on net, and Sisler is just going to hold on to it here. 53 seconds left in the 4-on-3, and then once again, you're going to have a 5-on-4 after that.
And as I mentioned, the ice is really going to open up here. And if Colorado can spread out the 3 defenders out there for the Wildcats, they'll be able to get an easy shot on that. And that's all it's about here. Just get the puck towards the front of the net and crash and try and knock home a rebound.
Puck back to Mick Bruce at the point. Bruce looking for something here. He's going to get it over to Nightenbach. Nightenbach back to Bruce. Couldn't get the one-time opportunity. Gets it back to his partner. Bruce looks for the shot. It'll be saved by Sisler and goes into the far corner there. Wildcats able to get it all the way down, and Lechner is going to have to play it behind the net. Skating back for it is Nightenbach. It's going to go to Bruce, though, as Lechner plays the puck. Nightenbach now skating it up the near boards. He's going to slow things down here at the point. Gets it over to Maddie. Maddie just misses the pass, but he's going to recover. Maddie up to Bruce. Bruce back to Maddie. Maddie looking for the shot, and he will take it, and it'll go just wide as it was tipped there by Evans Anderson. Buffs, though, get the puck back. 6 seconds left in this 4-on-3, and then it's going to be a 5-on-4 here for the Buffaloes. Taking it in for the Wildcats, though, he's pushed aside, was Alex Vasquez. Wildcats asking for a penalty there. Richard Wigton now takes it in for the Buffaloes. He drops it off for Street. Street shot just above the net. Might have gone off the chest pad there of Sisler, and Wigton now has it on the sideboards. Whistler up to Martin. Martin shot through, saved by Sisler, and it's going to go into the netting, and there is a delayed penalty here. It looks like it's going to be on Arizona again.
Yeah, and Arizona's getting caught early here, and you might think that maybe the referee saw last night and they say, right, we don't want to get this out of control. We know these teams really don't like each other. Got very scrappy last night, but at this point we're seeing a lot of calls, and I guess as the technical hometown announcers, they're all going Arizona's not way right now. Everything's being called on Arizona, so Colorado's going to have a 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes.
And that penalty will go to Michael Ferreira. He's going to get 2 minutes there. And
his second penalty on the night,
Second penalty on the night, and he stared down the ref the entire way there. And if you remember last night, if you listened in, one of the players, and I believe it was Ferreira, he actually pushed the referee and got a nice little penalty after that, a major penalty.
Yep.
But here we are with Nick Bruce getting it over to Nightenbach on the power play. Back to Bruce. Bruce to Wigton. One-time shot saved and gloved by Sisler. Great job there by Sisler, but the Buffs working the puck around really well early.
Yeah, moving the puck from left to right, getting the goalie moving, and then you just want to throw one on net. And we saw the hot opportunity was on the left side on that one, but really it's a great opportunity from both sides.
The puck now in the near corner, or far corner. It's going to go up to Mick Bruce. Bruce looking for a shooting lane. Over to his partner, Nightenbach. Nightenbach tries to send it over to Street, and it'll just tip off his stick. Bring it up now for the Wildcats is O'Day. O'Day tries to center it over to his teammate. Goes off the skate of Street, and he's hit hard behind the net. He's slow to get up. Street now going to cross-ice that up to Nightenbach, who will take it up as the defenseman. Drops it off to Wigton. Wigton looks for a shot just like the other opportunity, and it's saved by Sisler. And that looked exactly like Wigton's last goal.
Oh, boy. We've seen a lot of pushing and shoving there in front of the net, Connor, and if you weren't with us last night, you really missed a scrappy affair. Connor and I kept alluding to old-time hockey, maybe familiar from the movie Slapshot, and we haven't seen it yet so far, but these two teams do not like each other. Connor and I both misspoke last night, calling it the Colorado State rivalry because of how intense it got.
And it looks like another penalty here is going to go to number 18, Brian Drasner. He is not happy with that call, and the Wildcats are just filling up that penalty box. There's not going to be much room here soon.
Well, our friends down in the booth down there are filling up the stat sheets. Are already full work right now.
They are. AJ Nuss, one of the rags to riches stories we've talked about all year, is working very hard down there.
Speaking of some of the interns, who's going to be joining us during the intermission?
Yeah, in the intermission, we are going to have CJ Nizik, who is a former player, and Matt Schreiber, who's a former player, and he's one of the managers of this team so far.
So stay tuned.
Puck now goes all the way down for Lechner here. 5-on-3. We got a minute left in the 5-on-3, and then there's going to have plenty of time here on the 5-on-4. Wildcats, though, giving good pressure. Hurley Kane looks to pass it up to Martin. Kind of whiffs on it. Martin's going to have to skate it back. Kane now going to take it up himself. Up the far boards. He holds on to it. Gets it over to Martin. Martin's shot goes through. Goes into the pads of Larson. Goes right back up to Kane. Kane, shot, pass. Matty will put it just wide. Sebastian Lem going for it in the corner there with the defenseman. Hurley Kane makes the diving effort, gets it over to Matty. Matty looking for a centering pass. He had Sebastian Lem there on the far post. Wildcats able to get it down. 44 seconds left, 20 seconds left in this penalty, and then it'll go down to 5-on-4.
A lot of passing out there, Connor, but it looks like a bunch of the Buffaloes are just afraid to pull the trigger right now.
Yeah, and they're clogging up the lanes really well, the Wildcats are. But now, just with 7 seconds left in that one penalty, it'll be 5-on-4 here shortly. Wildcats, though, doing a good job putting a lot of pressure here on the Buffaloes. Nate Grush up to Mick Bruce. Bruce over to Martin. Martin's going to look for the shot. Puts it through. It's tipped onto Grush, and he puts it right into Sisler's chest area. That was another good opportunity for the Buffs, and that's what we talked about a lot yesterday, is put the puck on net. You never know if it's going to go off a skate or off somewhere.
Yeah, Grush just couldn't get the puck to lay flat on that one, waited for it, and just kind of swung at it, and just that extra second gave Sisler an opportunity to get into position. But nice pressure by the Buffs. They're still going to have an extended power play here, and, you got to do something with it. They've been on the power play for over 5 minutes this period, and, they've got one goal to show for it, but 2 or 3 would be better.
Yeah, so 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3, and then they're going to have a minute 40 on the 5-on-4. Puck up to Mick Bruce. Bruce, a lot of time on the power play so far. Over to Nightenbach. Nightenbach, shot, goes through. Blocked there by Evans Anderson. Merms is going to come out of the box and get possession right away, but Street is going to come and steal it right back from him. Wigton with the puck. His pass doesn't work. Wigton, though, keeps it in the corner. Up to Mick Bruce. 1:24 left in the power play. 10.5 minutes left in this first period here. Shot goes through. Looked like it went off a mask. The second opportunity saved by Sisler. Wigton is all over the puck tonight, Joe.
Yeah, he's being a puck hawk out there, and Rich Wigton, we can't speak highly enough of him. He's played awesome hockey here the last few weeks, and as Connor mentioned earlier, there's no secret of why Coach Ballard has him playing up on a top line, and Wigton is just that spark player out there, and alongside a guy like Evan Street, boy, they're a dangerous combo.
Yeah, and the scary thing about Street is he has way more opportunities than he has to show for goals, and he could have easily another 5 or 10 goals this year. He just hasn't had the best of luck. Puck now. Buffaloes will lose that draw, and it's going to come all the way back down the ice here. Minute 08 left in their 5-on-4 power play. 10:15 left in the period. Dordick is going to pass it up to Wigton. Wigton skating up the near boards. Wigton tries to center it to Street. Street's just going to put it just wide of the net. May have fanned on that shot. Up to King. King struggling with it at the point. Now into the far corner. Puck behind the net for Grush. He can't get it, and it's going to be right there for number 10, Nicholson. Nicholson can't get it out, though, with good pressure there by the Buffaloes. There's 2 Buffs there in that corner, and it's going to go behind the net. Nate Grush almost gets the big hit there, and it's going to be saved by Doug King there at the point. Street gets it over to Dordick. Dordick looks to put it through, goes just about 5 feet wide. 26 seconds left in the power play here. 9.5 minutes left in the period. Maddie tries to make one too many moves. He's going to keep it, though, here in the near corner. Maddie gets it over to Lem. Lem loses it in the corner. Him and Larson are going to fight for it. Lem tries to get it out again, but can't. And it's going to stay here with Hurley Kane able to keep it in. Merms, though, gets it right back. Merms now skating through neutral zone. He's going to take it in 1-on-2. Merms holds up a little bit, tries to get the pass picked off by Larson, and Larson is going to try and bring it in himself. Wildcats, though, take it once again. Bringing it in for them is Brennan Parker. Parker holds it on the sideboards. He gets it over to his point man there, number 6, Raiola. Raiola can't hold on to it, and the Buffs are just going to chip it down as the power play expires. Back to 5-on-5, nothing to show from that. Double minor and then 2 minor penalties there. 8:45 left in the period now with Nick Bruce behind Matt Lechner. Gets it to Marinholtz. Marinholtz just loses it up to the point. Puck now back down to Parker. Parker puts it up and almost goes offsides. Might have been offsides, and it was.
Actually, it was actually batted down with a high stick there, so the faceoff should come out to the neutral zone. But, yeah, Connor, you just mentioned 4 minutes on the double minor and, almost 2 full minutes on the 5-on-3, and Colorado has nothing to show for it. And, you got to give credit. Arizona doing a masterful job there on that penalty kill. They really kept Colorado on the outside, not allowing them to get a shot on net and crash.
And they clogged the lanes very well, not able to let those shots through when they did have them. Marinholtz bringing it up. Avoids one check, puts it behind the net, and Tyler Patrick is going to give chase. Mick Bruce said his name a lot already. He pinches in. Marinholtz can't keep control of the puck. Back to Patrick. Patrick loses the puck, and taking it out is Grant Nicholson. Nicholson can't get it out, though, and the shot from Mick Bruce goes just into a couple skates, and the Wildcats are going to be able to bring it out. Nightenbach loses it, though. Nicholson skates it in for the Wildcats. Bruce up to Oswani. Over to Wigton. Wigton coming in with 3 guys on him. He makes one nice move, but he's bodied down, and there is a delayed penalty here. It's going to be a hold on that Arizona defenseman here, and the Buffs have been on the power play for almost this full period here. With 7:50 left in the period, Buffs lead by 1, and they get just another power play opportunity.
Yeah, Colorado keeps packing up the stat sheet down there, and they're going to have a Wildcat go into the box, and that's going to be Nick Hinsberg, the sophomore from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Played for the Aurora Tigers back in the day, and well, I guess welcome home. Take a seat.
Yeah, and he played for Mountain Vista High School as well, which is back in Highlands Ranch, and a couple former CU hockey players went and played there as well, so he's quite familiar with some of these guys. Puck with Street in the far corner, up to Dordick. Dordick shot through, blocked there by number 25. Wildcats going to chip it out. Bring it in now is number 23. Vasquez makes a move up to 18. Shot saved by Lechner. Puck goes into the near corner. Wildcats with it again. He's just going to take it out. That's Merms. Merms, we will be saying his name a lot. He is all over the ice. But Wigton's going to get it back. Over to Grush. Just misses his stick. Minute 26 left in this power play. Grush taken down hard there in the corner. Starting to pick up a little bit more physically here. Not quite as dirty as last night, but still plenty of time. Minute 15 seconds left in this power play. Wigton over to Street. Street up to Bruce. No, Nightenbach. Nightenbach's shot goes through. Saved by Sisler. Rebound attempt saved by Sisler again. Wigton almost had another one there. He's got it now again in the corner. Up to Bruce. Bruce, shot goes through. Saved by Sisler again, and it looks like we're going to have another delayed penalty. It's going to be a slash here, and the Wildcats are not happy again.
Well, the parade to the penalty box will continue, and Colorado's going to get a 5-on-3 opportunity. It's going to be a 2-minute slashing penalty, but, we got to give credit real quickly. Steven Sisler, the senior, left-handed goalie from Plano, Texas. By God, he's having a great game, Connor. He's stopping everything in his path. But the guilty culprit going to the box is going to be the captain, Ansel Ivans-Anderson, who is actually a top penalty killer for this Wildcats team. So we'll see if that'll let Colorado break through.
And he was a big man last night with a goal and an assist for the Wildcats, so he's going to be missed. Mick Bruce gets it over to Maddie on this 5-on-3. Back to Bruce. Bruce just misses Maddie's stick, but he's going to hold on. Maddie looking for the pass. He's got the shooting lane if he wants it. Up to Nightenbach. Shot saved by Sisler. He's going to hold on. a little bit of extracurricular activity after. And we saw a lot of that last night, Joe.
Yeah, Shane Gleason for the Arizona Wildcats loves to mix it up after the whistle. Well, you see him come from his defensive point on the box and just come right in and start pushing anyone in gold. And, well, he even got a shot in on his teammate on that one.
So taking the face-off here, it's a 5-on-3. 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Minute 40 left in all of the power play. First unit out there with Lem, Larson, and Maddie. Puck goes up to Bruce. Bruce back down to Maddie. Maddie's going to try and make one move. There's going to be another penalty here. And it looks to be on the Wildcats again. They're just in shock right now. I'm not sure I saw anything there, but what did you see anything?
You know, we got the league commissioner in the building, Connor, and I wonder if they're putting on a show for him here tonight. You know, we might actually be able to see what the all-time record may be for penalty minutes, and, well, I think Arizona's making quite a run at it right now.
And we've got the assistant captain here, Shane Gleason, just talking to the referee, trying to figure out what is going on. And he is not happy right now. Neither are any of the Wildcats there on the bench. Pierce Maddie will join the conversation just to have his side heard. Face-off, though, will be in the Buffalo zone. They've got 27 seconds left on the 5-on-3, but they're going to stay on the 5-on-3 for a minute 32 because of that extra guy in the box. So a lot more time on the power play here for the Buffs. Bruce, his pass will just go in, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 for the Wildcats, but Nightenbach is just going to hold on to it. Nightenbach now skating it up. 16 seconds left in one of the penalties. It'll still stay 5-on-3, though. Back to Bruce. Buffs having trouble getting into the zone. Bruce now skating it up himself. He's going to go over to the far boards. Just chips it around, and Grush is going to give chase in the corner. Grush tries to get it to Nightenbach. Runs into his own teammate. The puck is going to come loose here, and Merms is going to chase after it. Nightenbach, though, back to help out his defensive partner. Nightenbach makes one move over to Grush. Grush has a shot, saved by Sisler. Puck now in the far corner. Street up to Bruce. Bruce back to Street. Street makes one move, two moves. It's going to come back to Bruce, who just holds it in with that one-handed attempt. Mick Bruce looking for a shot again. Shot goes through just wide. Puck now on the far boards. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Minute 23 left in all of the penalties. Shot there by Bruce. Tries to just sneak it in 5-hole. Not able to, and Wigton is going to fight for it behind the net. He's brought down by a Wildcat. Up to Street. Over to Nightenbach. He puts a shot through. Saved by Sisler. Goes right into his collarbone. He will hold on to it here. 13 seconds left in the 5-on-3, and then they're going to have just under a minute on the 5-on-4 here with 4:58 left in the period.
And a real clear change of demeanor for the Wildcats. Last night you'd see after every whistle they'd be pushing and shoving, and, well, they really have no choice right now but to back off. And we'll see if Colorado can maybe step up the aggressiveness a little bit and take advantage of what is really an Arizona Wildcat squad that is being watched very carefully.
Puck now with the Buffaloes again. Peter Martin looks to put it through, puts it just wide again. He missed a couple shots from the point last night, but he puts them nice and low right where you want him for a tip. One-time opportunity by Kane, just missed. Tyler Patrick now with it in the corner. Hit hard by Gleason. Wildcats going to chip it all the way down as it's now a 5-on-4. 45 seconds left in that penalty here. Peter Martin skating it up himself. He looks for the pass over to Patrick. Patrick gets it. He's going to take it in. Nearboards makes one nice little spin move. Gets behind the net. And the Buffs are going to keep the puck. 29 seconds left in the power play. Buff try and center it to Oswani, and it's going to just go off his stick. Wildcats going to put it all the way down. 20 seconds left in this power play here. Peter Martin. Pass picked off. That's number 24 there, Waters. And he's not going to hold on to it for long either. Back to Waters. Waters just chips it in. He's going to chase after it with Hurley Kane. Trying for the puck there, but there's two Buffs with him. Waters going to escape, though, with 1 second left, and that is back to 5-on-5 here for both teams. Getting it up to Pierce Maddie, and he's just going to dump it in all the way now. 3:44 left in the period here. Still a 1-0 score. The Wildcats finally back to 5-on-5 after a good 10-minute time period where they were just down the whole time. Shot there, saved by Lechner. Puck now in the near corner. Rizik not able to hold on to it. It's going to go up to Maddie, who will get that right to Marinholtz. Marinholtz coming in one-on-one. Lem is coming in to help. Will be gloved there by Sisler. And taking no chances with Marinholtz streaking down the side.
And Colorado's got to be asking themselves, what's it going to take? You had over 10 minutes of basically a 10-minute chunk where Colorado had a 5-on-4, a 4-on-3, a 4-on-4. Colorado just couldn't cash in, and, well, it's really been the defense so far of the Wildcats. All joking aside, they've played a very aggressive game. And, you know, if you're Coach Eric Ballard and the Colorado Buffaloes, you got to think, well, now what?
So taking the faceoff here is Evan Street of the Buffaloes. That second line that has been so good tonight and last night back on the ice. Doug King poke checks it, keeps it in. Grush tries to get it over to Street. Street backhand shot just wide. Sisler didn't have to try too hard on that one. Puck there in the far corner, hit hard. And the Buffs are going to try and keep it in. Wigton with the puck. His shot just goes wide of the net once again. The Wildcats are going to have an opportunity to bring it out. Cross-ice pass, that was more of a shot. And one Buffalo almost goes in. That was Dordick, almost goes over the boards there into his own bench. Puck goes all the way around for Lechner to play behind the net. Dordick chips it over to Street. Street just goes right through his toes. And the Buffaloes are going to have to try and get it out one more time. Tyler Patrick hit hard there right in front of the bench of the Arizona Wildcats. And a lot of physicality here as Oswany was hit hard too.
And we're going to get a whistle here, Connor, and I think we're going to have another penalty, surprisingly not. I want to see here in a second. We heard a whistle. I didn't really see what the call was. Maybe it was. I think it was deflected with the high stick. That's what it was. We heard high stick from the official, and I guess there's a high stick penalty, and then there's a high stick violation. So it was a violation kind.
All right, well, 2:30 left in this period. Still a 1-0 score here for the Buffaloes. Face-off in their defensive zone. Oswany takes the draw, not able to win it. Puck now in the near corner for the Wildcats. Good pressure there by the Buffaloes. Get it up to the point. He's going to get it back over to Merms. Merms shot, saved by Lechner. Almost had the rebound opportunity, but Oswany was there. Patrick, though, tries to chip it away. He's got possession of the puck now. Patrick trying to decide what to do. Gets it over to Palmer. Palmer's just going to flip it out, trying to be safe, but it's held in by an Arizona player. Larson now taking it out. Larson coming in. His shot saved by Sisler. Patrick almost pushed into the net. Wildcats now. Merms with it again. Merms can't get over to his teammate. He's going to go back to Mick Bruce, who's going to regroup the puck for the Buffaloes. Bruce gets it up to Lem. Just misses him, though, and that'll be number 3, Shane Gleason with it. Back over to his defensive partner. Gleason can't hold on to the saucer pass, and Lem is going to give chase in the corner. Puck now back down to Brendan Parker. Parker not able to hold on. Goes over to Matty. Matty just going to chip it behind the net. Myra's going to chase after it with Lem. Myra fighting for it there on those near boards with Lem. 2 Arizona Wildcats there, and they're going to come out with the puck. Wildcats now taking it out right now as number 27 will take a shot saved by Lechner. Almost loses the rebound. Holds on to it. Minute 11 left in this period.
You got to wonder how Lechner's feeling down there on his end of the ice, because he has not been tested at all. And this is partially because of the amount Colorado spent on the power play. So you got to imagine that Colorado is going to come out and have a good second period, but Arizona is going to have a much different looking second period. And you got to imagine that Lechner's going to go into the first intermission thinking, I don't know what to expect.
Well, won the faceoff there by the Buffaloes, and it's going to go to Wigton here on the near boards. He just chips it out just enough, and the Wildcats are going to put it right back down. Mick Bruce behind the net. He's going to be hit hard there by Waters. Just under a minute left to play here in this first period. 2 men on the puck there for the Buffaloes. Fighting for it is Waters. Waters and Grush, 24 of both teams, have the puck pinned there. You got to think the ref's going to blow it here soon if they don't move it. Bruce, though, fighting for it. Puck pops out loose, and it's going to go right back into the scrum. Finally pops out loose, and Evan Street is going to bring it out. Tries to make the long pass, and it will go to Wigton. Wigton here has a breakaway. Wigton makes the shot, goes just over the net. That was a good opportunity here with just 25 seconds left in the penalty. And there will be a delayed penalty, and it's going to be on Richard Wigton, I believe.
And that was an ugly one from behind. Colorado finally is going to be penalized here in the waning seconds of the first period. So the Wildcats are going to take to the power play, and you got to assume it'll probably carry over to the second period. But, you know, Wigton, as much as we talked highly of him here, that's a little bit of a dumb penalty. You know, it's late in the first period. He got a 1-0 lead. It was really behind the play, and he's actually going to get a 4-minute double minor from that hit from behind, Connor. So Wildcats going to have a golden opportunity at the last 21 seconds here and probably to start out the second period.
I think that was a little bit of frustration because he had that breakaway there, and he knew that he lost it. So I think
whistled it wide. Whistled it wide.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration might have seeped out there. But here we go with just under 20 seconds left. John Myra, one of the better penalty killers here for the Buffaloes, is going to bring it out himself. Now just under 10 seconds. Puck now dumped all the way down. Peter Martin going to chase after it. He's going to dump it up, and the Buffs are going to kill off the rest of this period here as 5 seconds left in the period. And that'll be the end of the first period here with our inaugural broadcast at the brand new ice arena here in Boulder. Joe, what do you take from that?
You know, it's really hard to figure out what to think about that period because Colorado is up 1-0, but, well, they spent almost the entire period on the power play and only have one goal to show for it. And we'll see what the Wildcats can do with their opportunity to start the second period. They'll have 3:39 remaining on the penalty to Wigton, but you know, Connor, it's a good period. You're up 1-0. It's hard to say it's a bad period when you head into the intermission leading by a goal, but you know, you'd really like to see Colorado come out on top with a few more goals on these opportunities, and it's nothing new. If you've been watching Colorado hockey, rather listening to Colorado hockey the last few months, you'll know that they do struggle on the power play, and for me, you know, it's a good thing you come out of this 1-0, but at the same time, you wish you could have had 2 or 3.
All right, well, we've got about 15 minutes until this next period. We've got Cascade Kinsey here, the local band who's sponsoring our intermissions. They're going to play for a couple minutes, and then we're going to have Matt Schreiber and CJ Nizik come here for a little bit of an intermission update. 2 former CU players that are working for the team now, and Joe Paris is going to ask him a couple questions here, but we will be back in about 5 minutes.
Wondering before you.
Welcome back to Boulder, Colorado. We're at the Student Rec Center here, the new Student Rec Center, and, well, we've got Colorado Buffaloes hockey for you live, but it's the intermission port right now. I'm Joe Paris. Thanks for joining us, and with me, I've got 2 members of the Colorado Hockey Club. I'll let you introduce yourself first. On my left, we call him Niz. What do you call himself?
I'm CJ Nizik, and I'm working as an assistant manager on the team.
And to my right, we got Shribes. Matt Schreiber, how you doing?
How's it going, everybody? I'm Matt Schreiber, and I'm assistant GM with the hockey team.
So it was a very fun first period of play. We saw Colorado basically spend the entire period on either a power play or a 4-on-4, but at the end of one, our score is 1-0. And let's go back to that first goal. Rich Wigton, who's been having a great year so far. The last few weeks, he's really turned it on. A snipe from the right circle. Boy, Niz, it looked nice.
It was a great shot. Wigton's been a great player for the team. Him, Nate Rush, and Evan Street have really clicked together as a line. As all former D3 players, they kind of got a good chemistry together from last year, and they've been playing really well. Wigton's a really good player for us.
And during the broadcast, I called it a shooter's touch, a snipe, if you will, and he went Sally on that one, Schreiber, right from the right point, and that's really a Rich Wigton-type play.
It is, and, you know, Niz hit the nail right on the head when he said it really has to do with the guys that he's playing with. That line has played together before. They're used to playing together, and when they play together, they play great. Not only has Wigton stepped up in the past few weeks, but Nate Grush has also turned on this last half of the season. He's credited with a lot of goals, a lot of assists in this last half of the season.
And we had some questions on Twitter asking the exact stats about the penalty minutes, and we don't have those with us yet. We're hoping that we may be able to get them here in the next few minutes, but, well, it's no secret. Colorado spent over half of that period either on the power play or on 4-on-4 action, and yet they only lead by 1, and what's the problem, Schreiber? I mean, you get out there, you have more guys on the ice than the other team, and, well, you can't convert.
You know, it's been a problem all year for Colorado is on the power play, and it's special teams have been an issue, and that's not only because of the lack of offense, because over the whole course of the season there's been trouble and there's been a struggle for offense, and it doesn't stop just because we're on the power play. So they're moving the puck well, they're getting good chances, but with that much power play time, you expect to see more goals.
And if you're Coach Eric Ballard, what do you tell your boys after going basically 0 in that period? Yes, you get a goal, but, well, you couldn't convert on the power play. Do you tell your boys just keep chugging away, or do you change the game plan?
Well, you got to keep your head up and keep positive on the game. They've got a ton of shots on the power play, and they've been testing out this Arizona goalie who's been holding up so far, but you got to just keep on going and expect the better.
Now, we mentioned it before the game that Matt Lechner is making one of his first starts all year in place of the very solid Alex Palumbo. And, well, for one of your first periods of action in a long time, that was a little bit of a bizarre period. Lechner only facing a handful of shots. But if you're the young goalie, what do you think going into the second period? Obviously, that first period was really tough to gauge of this Arizona squad. Do you go out there with the same mindset, or you expect him to be shelled?
You know, if I was mad, I'd be a little frustrated. I didn't see more shots. Without playing as many games as Palumbo has the whole season, you might want to see some more shots in that first period. But like you said, we were on the power play the whole time, so there wasn't a chance for him to see any. So he might still be a little cold. I guarantee he's down there in the hall, throwing the ball against the wall, trying to get his hands warm, just in case those shots start coming.
And you think about the same thing? You think Lechner is excited to get back out there and actually see some shots?
I think he can't wait. He's a great goaltender, and he's been really good for us in supporting Palumbo and even just being a team player. So I think it's good for him to get a shot, and he'll be ready for it.
So we are here live in Boulder, Colorado at the Student Rec Center, Colorado Buffaloes hockey. I'm Joe Paris. Thank you for joining us. It's been a fun time so far. We got 2 periods of hockey to go, but before I let my guests go, and you guys know the team better than anyone, who do we watch in a 1-0 hockey game? Who's going to be the guy that kicks into that next gear and maybe helps put Colorado put this game away?
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say it's going to be Johnny Myra. Johnny Myra, this is going to be one of his last home games. He is one of the lone seniors on the team, and he wants to leave his mark. He wants to leave his impression. Didn't get as much ice time as he wanted in the first period, but he's working hard out there. And I see him sneaking one home.
So Matt says John Myra. Who do you say?
I'm going to stick with Nate Rush in that line of Wigton, Grush, and Street, and they've been killing it lately, so just expect more of it.
So we're going to step aside. We're here in Boulder, Colorado. We'll be back with the second period action here on the Colorado Buffaloes Hockey Network. Wow, that sounds really fun and new.
Love it.
We're going to be expecting great things, but at the end of 1 period of play, the Colorado Buffaloes lead the visiting Arizona Wildcats 1-0. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second period of action. Schreiber, you got one more thing to say?
I was going to say, for all those out there watching, please follow the team on Twitter, Instagram, at CU Buffs Hockey, as well as Facebook.com/CU Buffs Hockey.
So you heard the man. CU Buffs Hockey on Twitter, and you can find Connor McHugh and myself on Twitter. Connor at Connor2McHugh and myself at Joe Paris. Interact with us during the game. If you got any questions, let us know. But at the end of 1 period of play, Colorado leads 1-0 over Arizona. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second period here on the Colorado Buffaloes TV network.
When I look into your eyes, I can't see it all. Just to watch.
Welcome back here to Boulder, Colorado. We are here live at the Student Rec Center. I'm Joe Paris alongside Connor McHugh. It's second period action. Thanks for joining us. Colorado is leading 1-0 over the Arizona Wildcats, but the Wildcats will start this period on the power play. Connor, interesting period, but we're going to see what Arizona does now with their chance on the power play.
Yeah,
go ahead.
they've got about 3:15 left in this power play. It was a 4-minute power play. They had a lot more success on it last night, so we'll see if they can carry that over.
So Gleason from the right shot. Kicked away there by Lechner. Lechner facing one of his first shots here of the entire game. Colorado, again, spending most of the first period on the power play. 3 minutes even remaining on the penalty to Wigton. We are here in the second period. Shot comes from the point, goes way wide. Puck still battled for in the corner. Going to be shot down the ice by Marinholtz, and it'll come out to center ice for Matty. Pierce Matty will skate it in. He'll gain the blue line, pinch it into the corner, and skate off for a change. And Colorado's got to make sure to keep strong here on the penalty kill.
They really do, because they've got a new goaltender. They kind of got to feel things out a little bit differently today. It's going to take a little bit of adjusting, but I think they're going to be fine if they just kind of stay true to what they've been playing on the penalty kill.
Drasner will dump it in for the Wildcats, but it'll be immediately slammed around the boards by Kane. Puck loose in the slot, and will be picked up now by Sebastian Lem. Lem will skate it down on the left side. He'll gain the blue line, handling around a few men, take a big check down in the zone, but Arizona will pick it up. 2:14 remains on the man advantage for the Wildcats. 18:33 remains in the second. Thanks for joining us from Boulder, Colorado. I'm Joe Paris alongside Connor McHugh. Buffs leading by a goal. Lem will throw it in around the glass, and it'll square it all the way out towards center ice. Back in the zone is Jason Efforts. He'll throw it across to the blue line. Right on the Arizona bench will be dumped in by Wadhams. Wadhams, who had a tough game last night, looking to turn things around here tonight. Sent the length of the ice, though, by the Buffaloes. 1:45 remaining on the power play advantage for the Arizona Wildcats. Connor, it's going to be a very different period here.
It really is, and we know that the refs, they called it very tight last period. I'm not sure they're going to call it that way again, so we're going to see very, very different play.
Rayola will bring it in all the way into the corner. Sticking with it is Michael Ferrer. Ferrer will pass it up along the board to Odea. Odea will pinch it in deep into that corner. 1:20 remaining on the man advantage. Rayola now at the point. He'll cycle down on the right side. Thrown in from Ferrer. Will be kicked away from Lechner. Comes all the way out to the far side boards. Back to the point to Rayola. Rayola pitches it down on the right side. Shot is kicked away there by Lechner. Using the blocker to knock it out. And he'll come all the way back down the ice. 1 minute even remaining on the man advantage. At his own blue line. It will be pushed over now to Evan Streit. Street now. Street throws on the left side, and it'll be right into the glove of Steven Sisler.
A really good penalty kill so far for the Buffaloes. They've stayed strong. They haven't allowed too many shots. They've let Lechner see the shots that he has gotten, and then they were able to even get a little offense there towards the end of it.
So 52 seconds remains on the power play for the Wildcats, but the faceoff will be deep in the zone. 17:13 remains in the second period. Colorado leads 1-0 over the visiting Wildcats. Matty in to take the draw for the Buffs. He'll win it back to King. King will throw it on net, but it's deflected straight up into the air, and it'll be caught like a pop fly by the goaltender, Steven Sisler.
Another baseball reference. Yesterday we talked about the goaltenders kind of like a pitcher. They're going to keep you in the game, and here we go with the pop fly reference. So let's see how many we can get tonight.
Maddie will push the draw to his left. He'll be corralled by Nick Hinsberg. Hinsberg will set up behind his own net. 40 seconds remaining now on the power play. Hinsberg will work it onto his left side for Nowicki. Nowicki will dump it in around the glass. Patrick coming back to back check for Colorado. Scripts out to the point for Hinsberg. He'll throw it in along the glass. 27 seconds remaining now on the power play opportunity. Shot from the point. Never made it all the way through. The rebound, though, off the deflection will come all to the far boards and sent the length of the ice by Patrick. Sisler come out of the net to play it. 10 seconds remaining on what was a double minor penalty to Rich Wigton. Through neutral ice. Here comes Parker. Parker will gain the blue line. He's stopped up momentarily by Patrick, so we're going to get a whistle for offside. 6 seconds on the power play opportunity, and well, without jinxing him, Connor, things look pretty good.
They do, and that was too bad there for Tyler Patrick, as he stopped him right there at the blue line. He almost had it in the clear there for a breakaway if that wasn't just a second offsides.
So Colorado is going to kill off the 4-minute power play opportunity. Both teams having a terrible time on the power play here tonight. 16-17 remaining in the second period. Knightenbach behind his own net will work it into the corner for Bruce. Puck will score it out into the right circle. It'll be corralled by Nate Rush. Rush will skate with it now on through his own zone. He'll gain the center line and dump it in. He'll go after his own dump here. Buffs lead 1-0 here early on a goal by Rich Wigton. Wigton's back out of the box out there right now. Wildcats coming in through the neutral zone. Will be played up by Knightenbach. Knightenbach will push it forward to Lem. Lem brings it in wide right on the circle. Lem shot and a save. Rebound comes out. And another save there by Sisler. Colorado just not being able to get the puck in. From the point, though, Bruce tried to keep it in from pinching. Instead, it'll be forced right around him. And Knightenbach will have to go collect it in his own zone. Knightenbach will look for Matty out towards center ice. Pass intended for him will go way too far. Puck still in the zone momentarily. Marinholtz will pick it up now. He'll walk it in on the left side. Goes down in the corner. Looks like he lost his edge there. Slippery out there, as Cameron would say. And the near side boards, though. He'll be picked up out of the area by Matty. Matty will throw it into that right side corner. Going after it is Marinholtz. Marinholtz can't quite get his stick on it. 15:09 remains here in the second. Colorado leading by 1. Deep in his own zone. Shane Gleason for the Wildcats gives it away now to Matty. Matty will skate it for a wraparound attempt. Can't quite get it on. From the other side, though, is Peter Martin. He couldn't get it through either. Kept in, though, beautifully by Hurley Kane at the point. And it'll be forced all the way down to Lechner. Referee's got his hand up, and I think we're going to get... Are we going to get an icing call, or are we going to get a penalty?
We will get a penalty here. It was a trip there. Looks like it's going to be on Hurley Kane or Peter Martin. Not sure. Number 10, Hurley Kane, will get it, the captain of the team. And he, not a very smart play by a captain there. He kind of blew the pinching opportunity and then had a last-ditch effort just to kind of knock him out and prevent that breakaway. Not what you want to see here, though, with the Buffaloes only up 1.
So it will be another 2-minute opportunity for the Wildcats. Of course, they just missed out on a 4-minute power play. Brought into the corner. Arizona trying to set it up here. Parker for the Wildcats will pitch it out to the point to Nowicki. Nowicki will throw it on net. Glove down by Lechner. Center on the near side board by Larson. It comes out to the point now to Hinsberg. Played on to the right side. Mishandled momentarily by Ivan Zanderson, the captain of this Wildcat squad. Out to Hinsberg. Hinsberg will cycle it on to the right side. Into the corner for Ivan Zanderson. He'll skate with it. A backhand opportunity. It is into the chest of Lechner, and he'll hang on. Connor, Matt Lechner looking good so far.
Yeah, he's played very strong. He hasn't gotten many minutes this year. I know he got in on Thursday night when ASU kind of took over the game and they pulled Palumbo to give him a little bit of a break. Lechner played well, only let in 1 goal. But this is his first real start in weeks, and he's looked very good so far.
So 14:20 remaining in the second period, 1:31 remaining on the penalty to Hurley Kane. Face-off will come to the left of Lechner. Out to the point to Hinsberg. Hinsberg will work it along the near side boards. Wildcats trying to set up their power play here. They've had a hard time. Comes out to Hinsberg now at the blue line. He'll work it on to the right side to O'Dea, and O'Dea will put home a power play goal. Nick O'Dea with basically a picture-perfect shot there, almost similar to the one that Rich Wigton had in the first period.
Yeah, same spot, both where the shot was taken and where the shot went in the net. That was a beautiful shot there by O'Dea. Lechner went down a little bit too early, or he may have been a little bit too far back in his net. Went right over his left shoulder, which is his glove side, not quite quick enough with the glove to get it.
So Alex O'Dea, the freshman from Lake Oron, Michigan, will get the assist from Nick Hinsberg from, we mentioned it earlier, Highlands Ranch, Colorado. So we are tied at 1 here in Boulder, Colorado. You are tuned into Colorado Buffaloes TV. I'm Joe Paris alongside Connor McHugh. Thank you for joining us here on your Saturday night. Robbie Ash from the point will blast it wide of the net there. His shot will come all the way out to Palmer, who skates back to his own blue line. Arizona looking like they've got some fresh legs out on the ice. A huge collision on the near side boards. Puck is being battled for there by Alex Vasquez. Vasquez will push it all the way out behind the net of Lechner. Lechner will leave it there. Ash with the puck. Tries to get it out of the zone. He can't. He'll find Matty though on the near side boards. Robbie Ash now going right back after the play. He'll light a man up behind the net. 13:25 remains in the second. We are tied at 1 now off of the goal of Odea. A little bit of a scrum behind the net. Sebastian Lem will work the puck free. Lem will come out towards the blue line. He'll backhand it across to Marinholtz, who will push it forward into the zone. Puck played off into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Ash. He'll find Aswani. He'll pitch it back. Played now out to neutral ice by the Wildcats. With it is Koiser. Koiser loses control and goes down. So Marinholtz will whisk the puck away. Palmer will throw it out towards center ice. Wildcats will back up into their own zone. Flat down on the near side boards. Backhanded out to Robbie Ash at center ice, who will dump it right back in for the Bucks. 12:44 remaining in the second. We're tied at 1. Wildcats will flip it out towards center ice. Peter Martin for the Bucks will corral it in his own zone. He'll skate with it, trying to find a man in the neutral zone. Big check behind the play. Puck still free. Finally picked up by Ryan Aswani. Trying to find Patrick out towards center ice. This pass will be now brought the other way by Drasner. Drasner will walk in. Receive a check from behind from Kane. Kane's got to be careful to keep playing clean. He just had a 2-minute minor. Kane with it now, though. We'll circle it out. On the near side boards, we'll try to pinch it up towards Patrick and Larson. Puck never got there, though. Still free along the near side boards. And we're going to get a whistle. And I believe the puck was offsides.
And in that couple little segments of play there, we saw a defensive partner, two of the defensive partners that we haven't seen much this year. We had Robbie Ash and Evan Palmer out there. They're kind of the 8th and 9th, or I guess you could say 7th and 8th defensemen on this team, and they got the go-ahead tonight, and they played very well in that little shift of theirs. They were solid, they moved the puck well, and they're getting good minutes here early on.
Nate Grush in to take the draw. He'll force it back to Doug King. He worked across now to Wigton, who will pass it off to his left side. Picked right back up by Grush. Grush on the left circle will throw it towards the net. Never got there. Kicked away by Sisler. Rebound comes out to the point. Thrown in. Deflected away off of Grush's stick into the corner. Wigton will force it out to King, who will pinch it in from the point. Nice job there by King to keep the play alive. On the far side boards is the Wildcats, who will now try to work it out towards center ice. Parker will break in on the right side. Parker will throw it in the slot. Kicked away by Lechner. Man goes crashing into the goaltender. No call. Shot on net. Kicked away there. Wildcats will control the puck still in the zone. It will be backhanded away by Parker. Parker sticking with the possession momentarily. Free on the left side circle. Puck still loose. Rush trying to corral it for the Buffs. He'll force it out of the zone, and that will force the Wildcats to back out. Strike now. Street will push it into the zone. Colorado doing a nice job here, trying to keep possession time equal. Street will try to find Lem breaking into the zone. Eventually that'll work out. So here comes Lem now on the right side from the circle. Lem shot just above the net there. A good opportunity from Lem, though. Puck still in the zone. Played up by Bruce. Bruce looks like he had a wide open opportunity, and the referees, I think, are going to call too many men on the ice.
And it looks like it's going to be the Buffaloes that get that, so not a very good smart play there by the Buffaloes. It's a 1-1 game. They kind of let Arizona run away with it last night after that 1-1 game. We really hope that we're not going to see that again tonight, but here's a chance for Arizona to take over this game, and on the other side of the puck, here's a chance for CU to really just stay in it.
And boy, this game has been heavily categorized by penalty minutes, although neither team has really been able to convert. But the Wildcats will now go back on the power play. This will be their 8th straight penalty minute here since the first period. Brought down onto the left side for Waters. Waters will throw it towards the net. Saved by Vasquez. Rebound. Kicked over away into the corner. Vasquez kicked the puck out of the crease. And good thing, too, because Lechner was not ready for the shot.
Not at all, but that's what you got to bail out your goaltender sometimes, because he's always the one that's bailing you out.
So we'll give a save there to Alex Vasquez of the Wildcats. I even think I said saved by Vasquez. Skating through neutral ice, though, is Ferreira. Ferreira will bring it onto the left circle. He'll skate all the way around the net. Tries to leave it in front, and a shot, and a goal. A goal by the Wildcats off of a broken play. I'm not sure who's going to get credit for the actual goal there, but Lechner was absolutely handcuffed there. A poor deflection for the Colorado Buffaloes off of the back glass there.
Yeah, poor deflection, and Lechner just wasn't able to get down in time, just able to stuff it right in between his 5-hole. Not a good job by the Buffaloes supporting their goaltender, but only down 1 goal, still half of this second period left, and Jeffrey Wadhams got that goal after his rough game last night with Raiola with the assist.
So the Buffs now trail by 1 in the second period. That's going to be a power play goal. That'll be Arizona's second power play goal here on the night. Street will try to work it into the zone there. Buffs, again, trailing by 1 here with 10 minutes to go in the second period. We're live in Boulder. I'm Joe Paris alongside Connor McHugh. Wildcats will break it out towards center ice. Brought down on the left side by Odea. Odea will work it off the glass. Behind his own net is Hurley Kane. He'll work it over to Peter Martin momentarily. He'll try to find Wigton along the half boards. Instead, he'll be forced right back behind the net of Colorado. Street with it on the near side. He'll flip it out towards center ice looking for Wigton. Wigton can't quite catch up with it. Shane Gleason for the Wildcats will go cross ice. 9:33 remaining in the second. Big collision down at center ice. Kane chasing after it into his own zone. He'll play it behind the net to Peter Martin, who finally corrals it over to Street. Street will try to get it out of the zone. He does to Aswani. Aswani now brings it down on the left side. He'll throw it towards the net. Never made it through. Puck still loose there near the crease. Finally comes out into the far side corner. At the point, Martin can't keep it in. Sorry, that's Dordick at the point. Colorado's offside, so they'll have to clear. Aswani on the forecheck, trying to create a turnover. Be played out towards center ice by the Wildcats, and will come all the way to lane. For Doug King, will touch up for an icing. 8:55 remaining in the second. Buffs now down by 1, and Colorado's going to get back in this game.
They really do, and they were helped a lot early in this game getting kick-started just because of all the penalties Arizona was taking, and it was a lot easier to take control of the game and get some offense going. They haven't had the luck of the penalties so far this time, so they're going to have to do it the hard way. They're going to have to put shots on net. They're going to have to look for the dirty goals, and don't be ashamed if you score an ugly goal.
The number 1 line out there tonight for Colorado, it's kind of an altered number 1 line with injuries to Tyson Riddell and David Coleman last night. Maddie will steal the puck from behind. A nice play there by the young freshman. Maddie will bring it down on the left side. He'll work it into the zone and handle around a man. The number 1 line will now be composed of Maddie, Myra, and Lem. Maddie will try to find Myra, who corrals it now into the far side corner. Wildcats will work it free. David Rizik will force it out towards the blue line. It's kept in by Lem. Lem's shot is deflected away. Trying to break out towards center ice is Morgan. Morgan still with the play. Brought down on the left side by Rizik. Rizik will blast a shot from the blue line. Stick save by Lechner. 8:12 remaining in the second. Our score 2-1 Arizona. Knightenbach behind his own net will play it off the far side boards. Lem will gather the blue line. He's got Maddie streaking towards the net. Lem, though, still handling in the circle. Finally, will be stripped of the puck, and the Wildcats will break it out. Deflected pass will be sent the other way by the Buffs. Puck loose in the neutral zone. It will be picked up by Parker. Parker will shoot it on net all the way from center ice. And Lechner's going to play it safe and will cover it up there. 7:45 remains in the second. Buffs trailing 2-1.
The Buffaloes just have the face-off here in the defensive zone, and it's actually coming just outside of the defensive zone. But right now they've got Knightenbach and Bruce there back on D, and these guys transferred here in between semesters. They have been very, very strong. One of them played here. Well, both of them played Division III last year with Knightenbach at Worcester, and the other one was playing in another school in Division III. So a lot of very good experience here coming to the Buffs on the defensive line.
Yeah, the Buffs could use it here. Puck loose in the slot. It will come out to the point. Will be kept in by Knightenbach. Knightenbach will throw it towards the net. Kicked away there by Sisler. Behind the net. Puck is going to actually be covered up by Sisler. So we're going to have a face-off in the zone. And Connor, you mentioned bringing in more experience. And, that's the thing that Colorado's going to look to do in the future because, 20 of their 25 members of this roster are underclassmen.
Yeah, and even though they are all underclassmen, they've got guys like Hurley Kane and Knightenbach and Bruce coming in here that it might not be WCHL kind of experience, but it's a lot better. It's coming from Division III NCAA, and they're going to be able to teach a lot of these young guys a lot of good things moving forward.
Gresham Street trying to work the puck out of the corner. Comes out to Arizona, though. 7:12 remains in the second. Brought in wide on the right side by Jeffrey Wadhams, who just had that last goal. Wadhams, who's having a good night here tonight. Puck loose on the far side boards. Finally picked up by Robbie Ash. Looks cross ice to Street. Street will find Ash. Ash will throw it on net right into the chest of Sisler, and Sisler will hold on. 6:56 remains in the second, and Connor, the physicality and aggressiveness from last night seems to have not carried over to the second period.
And I think it was a lot due to that first period where the refs were calling it so tight. They must have either heard about last night or had someone warn them because they called it a lot tighter, and it's really calmed down Arizona.
Face-off in the zone will be won by the Buffaloes. 6:52 remains in the second. Far side boards picked up by Aswani. Aswani trying to work it out of that corner. Palmer at the point, can't keep it in, so we'll come all the way down into Colorado zone. Robbie Ash, the lone man, back for Colorado. Plays it on the near side boards. Out to center ice, where it comes right back in by Nick Hinsberg for the Wildcats. Street behind his own net, working on the near side. He'll get stood up behind the net, behind the play. Shot on net from Hinsberg for the point, never made it through. The rebound comes over out to Patrick. Patrick will bring it on the right side, looking for Larson streaking through. His shot goes high off the glass. Big collision down to that far side corner. I didn't see quite who. It was Ryan Aswani who went down. Aswani looks to be all right. Brought down on the left side by Odea. Odea will wrap it in around and go off for a change. 6 minutes even remaining here in the second. Buffs trailing by 1. Patrick at the blue line. They'll try to flip it out towards center ice to Marenholtz. Can't quite connect on the pass, so will be sent right back in. Martin will knock it down with what looked like a high stick. No call, though. Puck loose on the far side boards, and then we're going to finally get a whistle for a hand pass. 5:43 remains in the second. Colorado losing 2-1 here to the Arizona Wildcats. And Connor, I know we just kind of talked about it, but a much different looking game here tonight.
It really is. It's not been kind of old, like what we talked about last night, old-time hockey, where there was a lot of cheap shots. We almost saw a couple fights, and we really expected coming into this game we were going to see that all over again, maybe even worse. But both teams have calmed down, and they're playing hockey tonight. They're not here to fight.
Behind the net is Martin. Martin's trying to break it out for Colorado. Can't do so. So Arizona will keep the zone. Controlled by Koiser momentarily, and the referee's going to blow his whistle. And looks like we're going to get a penalty here, Connor.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I saw, but it looks like it's Ryan Oswani looking. Yeah, he just went into the box. We'll have to see what the ref signaled here, but there's a high stick. Not sure I saw it, but we'll take his word for it.
So Aswani's going to go off to the box. Colorado's going to go shorthanded here again. Boy, Connor, if we're not setting the record for penalty minutes in a game, I don't know who is.
And I know we had one listener who's always tuning in, Fishbert. We will get you some kind of stats on these penalties soon. We do not have a statistician, unlike the NHL, so we're going to have to do it by hand in between periods.
This is better than the NHL. It's ACHA Division I hockey in Boulder, Colorado. Colorado facing off against the Arizona Wildcats. Alongside Connor McHugh, I'm Joe Paris. 5:18 remaining in our second period of action. Wildcats leading 2-1. On the power play now is Arizona. 1:40 remaining in their power play opportunity. Handle on the far side board is Ivan Zanderson. He'll pinch it onto the left corner. Brought out to the point where it's got by Gleason. Gleason will rotate it. Backhand by Ivan Zanderson into the chest of Lechner. Can't quite hang on to the rebound, so Ivan Zanderson will control it, give the puck away, and sent the length of the ice by Kyle Doherty.
It's a good start here for the Buffaloes on this penalty kill. They've stayed strong, haven't let too many shots, and they got that nice change there early on. Just a quick shift by those guys, and we're going to have another quick shift by this line with Street and Grush.
1:10 remaining on the man advantage for the Wildcats. 4:38 remaining in the period. Shot went straight up into the air from Merms on the far side glass. Patrick goes down. No call there. He looks like he was dragged down from behind. He'll be brought now on the right side by Parker. Parker's shot is deflected away into the slot and sent all the way the length of the ice. Really dangerous play there, but Colorado doing a nice job. 47 seconds remains on the man advantage. 4:16 remaining in the second period. Buffs trailing 2-1. Brought to the neutral zone by Efforts. He'll lose control of the puck. Shot is kicked away there by Lechner. I'm not really sure he saw it, but we'll give him credit for the save. Nowicki from the point. Working on to his left side to Ivan Zanderson. The captain will circle it back out to the point. Picked up by Nowicki, who will send a blast from the point. Saved by Lechner. Rebound is covered up, and the referee's going to get a very quick whistle there with about the entire roster crashing the net.
Yeah, and that was lucky that they got a quick whistle. It looked like it almost snuck kind of passed and out his legs, and he was lucky that he got that quick whistle, because if an Arizona player was there, that would have been an easy tap-in goal.
So 3:53 is all we've got left in the second. 22 seconds remaining on the power play. Colorado will control the draw. Nick Bruce will try to send it out against the glass. It's kept in at the point by Nowicki. Nowicki's pass will go all the way down into the far corner. Along the near side boards. Matty trying to get it out of the zone. He's wrestling there with Parker. Finally comes free out to the point. Penalty set to expire. A blast from the point goes wide. The rebound is still behind the net. A huge collision there. And we've got some pushing and shoving. Power play did expire, though, so we're back to full strength. But Connor finally seeing some action reminiscent of last night.
Yeah, those extracurricular activities were something we saw just about after every whistle last night, and there were some really bad ones where guys were getting taken down. We saw one time that we laughed at pretty hard last night was one of the Buffalo players coming over the bench. Arizona player just pushed him right back in.
Tried to get back onto the ice to have a shift, and he said, "Oh, not today, sir." So 3:27 remaining in the second. Bucks trailing by 1 goal. Referees are explaining to the bench that if they're going to do it tonight, they're going to do it right. They're not going to have any extracurricular activity after the whistle. So, for any of you fans out there who are hoping for a brawl, it doesn't look like we're going to see one tonight.
I don't know. They could take that as if you're going to fight, have a good fight, too. So
That is true.
You never know.
The tale of two stories.
Yes, sir.
3:20 remaining in the second. Bucks trailing 2-1. Bruce in the corner trying to work it free. He's got Lem with him on the side. Lem's taken down, but sticks with the puck. And he'll work it out towards center ice. Here comes Matty. Matty's got Myra on his left. Matty will shoot it towards the net. Goes way wide and over the net. Bruce pinching in from the point. Will keep it in. Matty going after the loose puck. It's in that far side corner now. He'll ride a man up against the glass, trying to sell a penalty there. Referee won't oblige. Matty trying to handle out a man there. Puck will come into the near side boards. 2:50 in action. And the Wildcats will skate it out towards center ice. Looking for a lead man pass that was intended for efforts. Comes out now to Larson, who stood up at the blue line, but gets the pass away to Aswani from his knees. Finds Matty. Matty tries to center it in front. Comes out to point, though, for Bruce. Bruce still with the puck on the left circle. Will throw it all the way in high off the glass. Knightenbach will try to center it. No one home. And the Wildcats will break it out. Through the neutral zone. Here comes Rayola. Rayola loses it to Larson. Larson tries to work it up to Patrick. Patrick will be there on the forecheck. Will lay down a big collision down on the far side. Behind the net, though, is Rayola for the Wildcats. Palmer will keep it in at the point, though, off of the clearing attempt. 2 minutes remaining in the second. Grush going after it now for the Bucks. He'll try to work it free to Patrick. He does momentarily. Instead, it'll be deflected in around the near side boards where Palmer, coming in from the point, can't quite keep it. Street will play it off against the Arizona bench where it's thrown way wide by Efforts. Robbie Ash with it now. Loses it at the red line, so he'll have to try to back it hand out of the zone. Dangerous play there for the slot area. Street on the far side trying to work it free. Finally worked free by Evan Palmer. Behind the net is Kyle Dordick. He'll work it over to Robbie Ash. Robbie's going to let Street go after it. Arizona doing a nice job here keeping the zone. 1:19 remaining in the second. All on the far side is Ivan Zanderson. Ivan Zanderson will bring it in through the slot, trying to handle around 4 men. Still with the puck there. Great puck handling there. Throws it on net, just wide of the net there. Lechner might have gotten his stick on it. Deep in the zone is Gleason. Gleason will try to work it out of that corner for the Wildcats. Picked up by Parker now. Parker with it, and he'll have to shoot it up into the netting and out of play.
And one of the things I want to talk about is Ethan Larson has been playing great tonight. I wish we kind of had replay capabilities because his last shift out there, he's not a big guy. He's 5'8", but he's been bodying up, and he's been working very hard. One of the things he did was he prevented a 2-on-1 opportunity there by laying out and kind of batting the puck away. So he's been very valuable as kind of a defensive offenseman today.
Merms will win the draw back to Parker, but it'll be taken away by Kane. Kane will try to throw it off the glass. Gets a little caught up there for a second, so it takes a funny bounce out to neutral ice. 45 seconds remaining in the second. Bucks trailing 2-1. Misplayed there. Centering shot just off the mark. Kane doing a nice job back-checking there to break up the offensive opportunity. 35 seconds remaining now in the second. Wildcats keeping the zone. Matty will make a diving play to knock the puck out to center ice, and good thing, too, because the Wildcats are really bringing on the pressure here. 25 seconds remains in the second period. Puck still deep in the Colorado zone. Going after it is Martin. Martin will wrap it around the glass. Kane with it. He's got 15 seconds to try and get something going here. A lackluster period for the Buffaloes. Dumps it in all the way into the glass. 10 seconds remaining in the second. Ivan Zanderson can't corral it for the Wildcats, so Kane will blast it in from center ice. And as time's winding down, that will be the end of our second period of play. So, Connor, a very different period there. Arizona taking charge there, scoring 2 power play goals in the second period. And after one, Colorado trails 2-1 to the Wildcats.
Yeah, it was a very different period. The Wildcats kind of took over towards the end of that period. They were actually able to capitalize on all the power plays they got, something the Buffs weren't able to do in the first period. And another thing is it started picking up the physicality, and we're going to see, I think, a lot more physical third period here.
So we are going to take a quick music break sponsored by local band Cascade Kinsey, originally from Durango, Colorado. So listen to some of their great tunes. Make sure to find them on the internet. Google search Cascade Kinsey. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, I'm going to have a sit-down interview with two very special guests, including the commissioner of the league. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the Colorado Buffaloes TV network. Hey, we're back here in Boulder, Colorado. I'm Joe Paris alongside the commissioner of the WCHL, Chris Perry. Yep. Mr. Perry, thank you for joining us here on our inaugural broadcast of Colorado hockey, ACHA Division I, of course. And, oh, boy, we've been treated to quite a matchup so far.
It's a heck of a game. Heck of a game. Thanks for having me, Joe.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And at the end of 2 periods of play, Colorado's trailing to the visiting Arizona Wildcats by a score of 2-1. Yep. And, boy, we've seen a ton of special teams play out there. And I don't know if you have the stat right offhand, but, well, we got to be setting some kind of penalty minutes record here tonight.
Well, no, we're not setting any penalty minutes record, but we could. We still got 20 minutes to go.
Oh, definitely.
It's been it was lopsided in the first period. Arizona was getting a lot of the calls against them, and Colorado took advantage. And at reverse fortunes in the second period with Colorado getting a lot of calls, and Arizona took some advantage.
So we saw a very different second and first period, and, well, as you just alluded to, first period was very heavy Colorado penalties, and, well, second was Arizona. And we've seen a lot of back-and-forth action, so maybe we'll see an even third period.
Let's hope it's a clean third period where the guys just get out there and play hockey and leave it out on the ice and quit with all the dirty stuff.
Yeah, see, I wonder how many of them know the commissioner's here with us tonight, keeping an eye out there. You wouldn't want to do something foolish in front of the commissioner.
Yeah,
but, you know, while we've got you here, Colorado's first year in the WCHL, and, boy, it's been quite a ride. And I guess as commissioner, how does it feel having a new school in your league?
Well, it's exciting. We actually have 2 new schools in the league with CSU as well. Colorado was a keystone to the formation of the league. We're very proud that they're one of the inaugural members. They've got a beautiful facility here at the CU Rec Center. It's my second time here, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous facility. And, Coach Ballard has the program going in the right direction. They're kind of behind the gun, behind the 8 ball, if you will, to start the season because he didn't have the opportunity to recruit some kids in. And so he's basically he's doing the best with what he can, and he's turned it around from the first semester. They're doing a great job. If we were playing this game in September, they wouldn't be hanging with Arizona right now, and that's a testament to the CU program, Coach Ballard, but also the players who have bought into Coach Ballard's system and who are playing their butts off right now. They're doing a good job.
And as a first-year squad, Colorado's, I think, done a very good job, and they've really improved. We got in the question a lot. Has Colorado improved since the beginning of the year? And, well, I got to say yes. And I think,
no doubt.
As the league commissioner, watching this growth, what does the future look like to you?
Well, the future, I think, is very bright here for Colorado, and it's kind of interesting because I was concerned about Colorado and Colorado State since they both played Division II and they're moving up to the Division I level this year. And I was concerned at the beginning of the year. I'm not concerned with Colorado. Coach Ballard has it going in the right direction. Chris Shook has great oversight of the program. Again, a great facility. They're just doing. I think there's the upside to Colorado Buffalo hockey is very high, and I'm excited. This year we're going to have 4 teams in the league that go to nationals. I think next year we have the realistic potential to have 5, whether that's CU or CSU, and hopefully soon we'll have all 6 go into nationals on a regular basis.
Now, you mentioned nationals. It'd be hard to have a conversation about the WCHL without mentioning Arizona State. The first time you were in this building, you watched the Sun Devils beat the Buffs 9-1 in what was a very lopsided game. But Arizona State from the WCHL, number 1 team in ACHA Division I hockey, and it'd be a crime almost to not mention them. Boy, they're a fun squad to watch.
They're a fun squad to watch. They can be maddening. I was up in Fort Collins last night, and it was maddening to watch because they don't. Sometimes they play up to their level, and it's just incredible to watch them. And sometimes you're just so frustrated because you know that the talent level is there, and it's just frustrating to watch them flub things every now and then. But Arizona State is just a great team to watch. Great program, well run, well coached. Good kids coming in there. Oklahoma's 2 steps behind them at number 3.
Oh, yeah.
A great program. I'm a little biased there because that's where I came from for 10 years. But they have some great kids, a lot of whom I recruited. And then you've got Central Oklahoma, who's right there at number 11. And Coach McAllister's got he's developed a great program. He's a great guy. He's got a bunch of great kids in Edmond. So I'm very proud of the teams that make up our league, and I'm very proud of where the league is headed. For a first-year league, I think we're doing pretty darn good.
Oh, yeah, having the number one team in the entire league. But bright things coming from the WCHL. They'll definitely be representing nationals with Arizona State and Oklahoma. I guess go Sooners. Central Oklahoma, too. Yeah, we've got a lot of good teams coming out of the WCHL. But, Commissioner Perry, thanks for your time.
No problem.
We got some third-period action coming up right after this. But after 2 periods of play, the Colorado Buffaloes trail the visiting Arizona Wildcats by a score of 2-1. Will the third period be a little different? Well, we'll have to find out. But with Commissioner Perry, I'm Joe Paris. We're going to take a quick music break again from local music act Cascade Kinsey from Durango, Colorado. But when we come back, we've got some third-period action for you on the Colorado Buffaloes TV network.
Well, welcome back, fans of your Colorado Buffaloes, here in the third period of action between the Buffs and the Arizona Wildcats. I'm Connor McHugh alongside Joe Paris here, as the face-off will be here in the defensive zone, as Lechner is just going to freeze it for the Buffaloes. And Joe, we've had a fun show so far. We've talked to a couple former Buffs, and we just talked to the Commissioner Perry. This is a fun little debut here for the Colorado Buffaloes Hockey Network, one of the many names we've called it tonight.
Connor made fun of me during the break for calling it 5 different names during the broadcast. Maybe you'll tweet at us. What should we call the official Colorado Buffaloes Hockey Broadcast Network? Tweet at us at CU Buffs Hockey, or find us on Twitter, Connor to McHugh, or at Joe Paris. You know, that's Connor with one N and Paris with 2 R's. So, yeah, there you go. Of course, they probably won't find the spelling.
All right, well, the face-off off in the defensive zone for the Buffaloes, and with it up at the point is Gleason. Gleason now into the near corner. Fighting for it there is Parker. Parker puts it on net, and that will be a weird goal here early on for the Wildcats.
Right in the 5-hole there of Lechner, and you know he's really frustrated. That might have actually gone off of a Buffalo skate. We'll see who they give the credit to there, but you know, Connor, that really reminds me of the goal last night that went off the stick of Knightenbach. So you know that'll extend the lead for the Wildcats to 3-1. Just 33 seconds here in the third period, and if it was going to be an uphill battle, oh boy, it's going to be a double uphill battle now.
It definitely is, but the line to do it would be the one out right now with Maddie, Marinholtz, and Lem, who are taking the face-off there. Peter Martin now on the sideboards. He's just going to dump it all the way down. Playing it behind the net is Sisler. Sisler gets it up to his teammate, number 7, Odea. He's just going to chip it in. It's going to go right on Lechner. He's not taking any chances here. Just 40 seconds into the period, 50 seconds into the period, and he's going to hold on to it.
Yeah, and Colorado's got to get something going here. They got that number 1 line out there right now of Matty, Lem, and the new addition to this line. Oh, actually, what do they have out there right now?
Yeah,
it's Marinholtz.
It's changed since the last period.
Marinholtz.
Because Myra got to play a little bit on that first line, and now it's Marinholtz, and we saw Saunders doing it last night. Eric Ballard is not limiting himself to anything.
And he's not afraid to change things.
Puck behind the net. It's going to be passed up around the boards to Matty. He can't quite hold on, though. And it's going to go back to the Arizona defenseman. He's going to try and make the long pass. It'll go under the stick of Hurley Kane. Back to Peter Martin. Martin gets it up. It'll just tip off the skate of Marinholtz, and skating in after it is Sebastian Lem. He's going to give chase to Alex Vasquez. Vasquez gets it up, and the Buffs are going to try and keep it in. Goes back. Vasquez is going to take it up himself once again. Drop pass there. Shot just wide of Lechner. Puck now here on the sideboards. Tyler Patrick goes for the hit. Doesn't hit him as hard as he can. And Arizona going for the opportunity there. Look for the wraparound. It's held on by Lechner. And a couple little hacks there after the play.
You know, I might be reading into this a little bit, but because the commissioner is in the building tonight, and I'm sure the referees are aware of that, very little monkey business out there, as you would say. And, you know, it's really proved for a much different hockey game here, especially after that first period of play where it was very heavy penalty-wise.
It was, and the face-off here off, and Dordick is going to skate up. He's got a streaking Tyler Patrick. Gets it up to him, going in one-on-one. Makes one move, shot goes just wide of Sisler. The puck will go right back to Arizona. Skating it up is Nowicki. Nowicki makes the pass, just misses his teammate, and Dordick is going to try and chip it all the way down. Bringing it in now is Nicholson. Nicholson, one-on-one, shot goes just wide and high. It's going to go into the netting here just 2 minutes into the period.
And let's go back to that last goal by Arizona, and it was a little bit of a tricky one. Lechner was in the right position there, and sometimes you just have the 5-hole open a little bit too much, and I think that's the type of experience that not having very much in-game action, the goaltender misses out on.
Yeah, and he's got to get here early because the Buffalo's down very early in this period. Puck now to Sebastian Lem. Lem's going to take it out himself, skating up the middle of the ice. Skates in and goes just off sides. Refs didn't see it, though, and Lem makes a move towards the net. Lem keeping the puck, standing strong. Hit hard, though, there in the near corner. Arizona's going to try and get the puck back. Myra and Lem giving good pressure. It's going to get chipped around. With it now is Efforts. Efforts getting pressure there by Matty. Efforts gets it over to his defensive partner. Matty's still giving good pressure there behind the net. Buffs are just smothering them here in the offensive zone. Finally, Arizona able to chip it all the way down. It's going to go just wide of the net. And this will be a called icing here. Refs making sure no Arizona players sneaked off. A couple of them trying to get off because you cannot make a change after an icing. And he had to go and block one guy right there from jumping onto the bench.
And this is the type of situation that Colorado would look to take advantage of here, because you got a bunch of tired Wildcats out on the ice and a very talented line of Grush, Wigton, and Street out there with Nightenbach and Bruce, the number one defensive pair out there.
Well, Nate Grush wins the faceoff back to Nightenbach. His low shot goes just wide and off the side of the net. Centering pass to Wigton. Tries to get it over to Bruce. He's going to have to poke check it. He absolutely lays out Efforts there. Efforts slow to get up. Skating it up now with Shane Gleason. He just misses a nice hit by Bruce, and he'll get taken down from behind by Streets. Things starting to pick up with the physicality here. Long pass is going to go just wide, and it's going to go for an icing here as Mick Bruce trying to beat it out, skating the full ice there, but not quite. 16:55 left in the third period here. 3-1 lead, Arizona Wildcats. Not the start the Buffaloes wanted.
And Colorado's having a tough time out there trying to get anything together. And we've seen this from time to time for the Bucs. They don't really have an offensive plan. They'll just have one guy out there trying to skate around the entire team. And that's not going to work against a team like Arizona.
Arizona, a top 10 team in the country and one of the better teams here in the WCHL. Face-off now won by the Buffaloes. It's in their zone. He's going to chip it off the glass. It's held in there by an Arizona player. Street now taking it out with Wigton. Wigton skating it down the near boards. Looks for a shot. It'll go right into Sisler. Sisler can't hold on to it. And there was this Colorado player just taken out right there. The puck was still loose, but the referee didn't see it and just blew the whistle there.
And that's too bad it was an early whistle there, because the puck was free and Sisler didn't have his eye on it. And it looked like Hurley Kane, who was crashing the net, probably could have had at least a semi-decent shot at putting that puck home. But the referee, a lot of times if the referee loses his eye off the puck, he's just going to blow his whistle. And I think that's what happened there.
Yeah, for a referee, it's all about positioning, and sometimes you're in the wrong position. One guy gets in the way, and you blow a call even though you didn't mean to. Puck now loose in front of the Arizona net. Arizona's going to skate it out themselves. It's a 3-on-2 with a back checker. Bring it in, Arizona will just chip it in, and it goes right on net with Lechner. Hurley Kane hit there hard on the sideboards, and he has a couple words there for, it looks like, Matthew Raiola.
I actually think, that's going to be Shane Gleason down there, also with Matthew Raiola. And, Hurley Kane, who had a very scary injury at the beginning of this year. It's great to see him out there, but, boy, he is one to never back down from a fight. And if someone were to get into something, Kane would be someone.
Yeah, that's my bet, or John Myra is my other bet. Are we going to take odds on this later on?
Oh, yeah, they're going to sound like Gary Thorne up here taking bets.
Well, the puck now back in the defensive zone for the Buffaloes. Martin's going to get it over to his teammate, and they're going to wrap it around. Kept in by Arizona. Shot there. Would be just gloved by Lechner. It was tipped off a stick. He's just playing it safe once again. 16:06 left in this period. Still a 2-goal lead by Arizona.
And sometimes goaltenders will feel like the entire team or the audience watching will get annoyed if they freeze the puck. And I've always thought, forget it. You're the goaltender. Do what makes you happy. And if hanging on to the puck gives you more of a chance to make better saves, then do it. Don't give up second chance opportunities. Forget the crowd.
Very good point. Puck now in the neutral zone. Skating it in here is Ferreira. Ferreira can't hold on as 3 Buffaloes were there. Shot, though, will go just above the net. Lechner is going to hold on to it once again. And now we're starting to see a little bit of this roughhousing we saw last night with Dordick not happy with that Arizona player right there.
No, and it was almost too good to be true that second period. No one really pushing and shoving. We saw the teams kind of just skate to their benches after plays. And, oh, boy, it looks like the third period with 15:50 to go. Business is about to pick up.
And I was starting to feel bad. Last night we pumped up this game. We were trying to get you to come here, trying to get you to tune in because it was going to be a rough one. And hasn't really lived up to that so far.
No, but I would say we've got a pretty modest crowd here at the new Student Rec Center in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. I'd say we're about 2/3 full, maybe.
Yeah, this is one of the better crowds. It's nothing like the CSU crowd a couple weeks ago, but this is one of the better ones. Shot there from the point will be just stick down by Lem. Lem makes one nice move. He's got 3 guys on him, though. Goes to Marinholtz, off to Maddie. Maddie, shot goes just wide. Good opportunity there by Maddie. He tries another shot there from behind the net. It almost went off the back of the legs. Arizona's going to panic and put it all the way down the ice for an icing here. 15 and a half minutes left in this period, and that was a very good opportunity for the Buffaloes.
Pierce Maddie is good, but you don't understand how great he is until you watch the magic he pulls in front of you. And I'm not sure how it looked like at your screen at home, but Pierce Maddie just making magic out of nothing on that play, almost scoring a goal with almost no room.
Yeah, that was him behind the net trying to put it off the back of the leg of Sisler. That's just one of those goal scorer goals where not many people see it, but for some reason he's got that extra little something where he knows what to do.
He's got that gene. In football they called it the Tim Tebow gene, but I'll call it the Joe Sakic gene here tonight.
All right, we're pandering to the Colorado crowd here. Nick Bruce stands strong, and there's going to be a couple more hits there. Look to be a hand pass, so the face-off is going to go just outside the zone if it was a Colorado player. And it will, because you know what? Arizona can't have a hand pass called on them in their own zone.
That is true. That is one of those rules where it's like no hand passes, but, well, if you're in your own zone, you can have a hand pass. So that'll be a Colorado hand pass, so faceoff will come all the way back into the Colorado zone. And 15:22 remaining here in the third. There's still time for Colorado to claw their way back into this, and I think being more aggressive would be a good start.
Street taking the faceoff for the Buffaloes, and he's going to win it with help of Grush. Nightenbach now gets it over to Wigton. Wigton gets it up to Grush. Grush is going to skate it the full length of the ice now. Grush takes a shot from out wide, goes off the chest pad of Sisler, and Grush is just going to try and jam it towards the net. Back up to Bruce. Bruce gets it down to Grush in the corner. Grush pressured hard, drops it off for Street. Now they're finally buying themselves some time here in the offensive zone. Wigton with the puck in the near corner. Wigton gets it up to Nightenbach. Nightenbach's looking for the shot. Over to Wigton. Wigton's backhand shot doesn't go through, and Arizona's going to pull away with the puck. Keeping it, though, is Evan Street behind the net. He tries to center it, almost gets on the stick of Wigton, and that was a great opportunity once again. Arizona's going to chip it all the way out. Sebastian Lem was there after his line change. Lem now taking it out. He's a very shifty player, one of those newer guys on the team, kind of joined a couple weeks ago, and he's filled in quite nicely for Tyson Riddell. Maddie now skates it in. Shot saved by Sisler, but he didn't see what happened to it afterwards. Bummer no players were there for the rebound, and Ash is just going to chip it back down. Buffs are going to keep the pressure going. Myra behind the net. Arizona struggling to get it out. They're just going to have to chip it high and off the glass. One of the smart plays you're supposed to do as a defenseman. And it's going to go back to Arizona now as Shane Gleason gets it up to his teammate. Arizona's going to change and look for a little change in lines here as Robbie Ash makes one nice move there and loses control of the puck. With the puck now is Morgan. Morgan's going to center it. Too many Buffs are there, though, as Maddie is going to take the puck out. Myra now. Hit there on the sideboards. Puck's going to stall a little bit right there. Arizona tries to chip it in, and it's going to go right back to Morgan. Morgan has a 2-on-1. Great play there by Ash, laying out and taking the passing lane. He's earning his minutes tonight. Back with it is Morgan. Morgan tries to get it back, and he's got 3 Buffaloes on him once again. And Myra looks exhausted right now. He's just going to try and take it down and look for a change. Myra gets it in momentarily, but the Wildcats were there standing strong. Oswani, though, is going to bring it in. He's got a shot. Shot will go just wide of the net as it was tipped a little bit. Centering pass is just going to go all the way out after it was tipped. Martin is going to have to race after it here with Parker. And he beats out Parker for the icing. 13:03 left. Still a 2-goal lead at 3-1 Arizona.
What a play by Robbie Ash going back a few minutes. Just putting his body in the way and taking the puck right into his ribs. And a lot of people say Colorado's having an off year. They've only won a handful of games. But let me tell you, these Colorado Buffaloes are still playing with an immense amount of heart. These guys are out there playing like they don't know what their record is. And that is so cool to see this group of guys do. It's a young group of guys that'll play till every whistle. And Coach Eric Ballard absolutely loves this group of guys.
He really does, and they've got a lot of young guys that can come back next year. Peter Martin gets the shot through from the point, goes just wide of the net. And Larson is going to be there for the puck. Larson tries to get it to Myra, and the puck will kind of come out. And Sisler didn't know where that one went. Almost another opportunity there for the Buffaloes. Good play by Martin, pinching in. Martin will try and dump it in, and it's going to be held on there by Nowicki. Nowicki's just going to dump it down, and Arizona's going to give some pressure. Hurley Kane over to Martin. Martin can't hold on to it. That's going to be Evans Anderson. He stands strong on the puck. He's very good hands, but he's finally taken down, muscled down by Martin. Patrick now coming in one-on-one. Makes one move, and he's taken out. Nice play there by Raiola. Martin and Tyler Patrick not happy about that one.
You know, and no one likes to get lit up, but we're going to give credit. Matthew Raiola with a nice play there. And, you know, that's just a classic check right there. And we haven't seen many of those hip checks where you get flipped over this year, so it looked like an awkward play, but really a clean check and a great defensive play.
It was a good try by Patrick, just trying to kind of make the swim move over him here, as Evans Anderson is going to take it in here with his teammate. Evans Anderson now looking for an opportunity. Makes one nice move. He's going to hold on. Gets it up to the defense. Shot saved by Lechner. Rebound's going to be tipped off into the corner. Puck now back up at the point. Doug King has it. Doug King makes the long pass and just misses Wigton's stick. That's going to go all the way down as Wigton can't beat out the icing. 11:58 here. Still a 2-goal lead by Arizona. And the Buffs are looking to get back in this one a little bit. It might not show on the scoreboard, but they've really picked up their play.
And if that isn't the story of the year, the phrase, it doesn't show on the scoreboard, then I don't know what is. Colorado doing their best job, just playing their hearts out here. And yeah, you could say it doesn't matter unless you're winning games, but these boys are playing so hard out there, and it may sound a little hometownery, but these guys are having a good game here tonight.
Hey, we are the hometown announcers. We're allowed to do
we
that.
are. On our inaugural broadcast, too, so basically anything goes here, right?
And what are we calling this broadcast? Have you decided yet?
I think we should be the Colorado Buffaloes Hockey Network. I don't know. Our engineer, Greg O'Brien, says no, but we'll go to the we'll take some notes after the game. Maybe we'll just call it the Greg O'Brien television special.
He likes that one even less.
Yeah, he's waving his head yes on that one, it looks like.
Well, once again, you can tell us about that on @CU Buffs Hockey on Twitter, @Joe Paris, and @Connor2McHugh, Connor with one N. Puck now dumped into the defensive zone in the Buffaloes. With it now is Nick Bruce. Bruce gets it up to Lem. Lem's coming in 2-on-1. He's got Maddie with him. Tries to get over to Maddie. Maddie, one-time attempt, goes just wide. Sisler got a little scared there. Puck now up to Arizona. They have another good opportunity here. With the puck there is Ferreira. Ferreira loses it in the corner, and Nightenbach's going to have it for the Buffaloes. He's just going to chip it up. It's gloved down there by number 20, Wadhams. Wadhams' shot goes just wide. And that was a good play there by Wadhams with one of the goals earlier in the game for Arizona. Puck now back in the Arizona zone. Struggling to regroup it here as Shane Gleason is going to get it over there to Drasner, his teammate. The two Buffs are going to be tight on him there in the corner. Back to Gleason. Gleason passing up to his teammate in the Buffs. Tyler Patrick giving good pressure. He almost gets it to Oswani back in the zone. Now taking it out there is Drasner. Drasner makes one move, makes another one, a couple too many moves, and the Buffs will have it back in their zone. Opportunity there by Arizona and saved by Lechner as number 10 Grant Nicholson tried for the wraparound attempt here with 10:36 left to go.
Yeah, with just over half a period to go here, Colorado's got to get something going, and I just applauded their hard work during the last stoppage, but gosh, on that 2-on-1 rush, Pierce Maddie almost knocking home a goal there. A great opportunity, but you'd like to see him knock that one home.
Yeah, he tried to put it down low, and he had it up high. Just a little miscalculation there by Maddie. Puck now, Arizona's going to dump it in. He chips it a little too high, and it goes into the netting. He's trying to say it was tipped by Patrick. Refs disagree. Puck is going to come outside of the zone here for a face-off.
Buffs trailing by a pair, and, Colorado has been down all year, so it's not like they don't know what it feels like to be playing from behind, and that's where I think they get some of this late-game fight. They really always feel back into a corner, like they have to have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, and you will probably see, as the clock gets closer to zero, the Buffs will keep on playing harder and harder.
Yeah, a lot of coaches will tell really good teams don't pay attention to the score, and that's kind of their motto, even though it's kind of flipped around a little bit. They're always playing like they're fighting for a lead, whether they're winning or they're losing. Puck now here on the sideboards, and the Buffs are going to just chip it out. It's going to go right there to Nick Hinsberg, the local kid. He's going to just chip it back down. Hurley Kane will have it. Over to Martin. Martin makes the pass up to Street, but he can't hold on to it. Hurley Kane's going to have it puck once again. Arizona's just going to chip it in. Giving chase here is Rizik. Lechner's going to play it, though. Evan Street here on the far boards. Back to Kane. Buffs trying to break it out here, but Arizona bringing good pressure. Taken in there by Hinsberg. Hinsberg shot saved by Lechner. And good defense there by Martin as he took out the guy going for the rebound. The Buffs are going to take it all the way down here with just under 10 minutes to go. Evan Street in the corner there for the Buffs. He's got 3 guys on him, and he's still able to almost get it to his teammate. John Myra, though, couldn't quite reach it. Doug King's going to have to chase it all the way down here with Shane Gleason giving chase. Shane Gleason giving good pressure there. Dordick, though, there for the support. Dordick up to Lem. Lem looking for a streaking teammate, but he can't. It stays in his skates, and the Buffs are going to just keep it here. The breakout struggles are continuing here. Merms looking to take it out, had to wait on his teammate. Makes one move, gets it over, and Ivans Anderson has it. He's going to make a couple moves, and then he's just going to chip it back down for his teammate. Puck now behind the net. 2 Buffs and 2 Wildcats back there, and big hit by Dordick. Surprised we will see a penalty on that one. And that was kind of a hit from behind, but that was also a little bit on the Arizona player, not really bracing for anything.
Well, he spoke too soon, and Connor, you should know better in a game that has seen its fair share of penalty minutes. Of course, we're going to get well, actually, I don't know. Who's going to skate off here? No, I think we're going to have matching penalties here. No, we're not, actually. We're just going to see, I think Peter Martin's just going to go off. Is that Martin or Dordick?
That was Dordick.
That's Dordick. I thought so.
So we've got a face-off here. Buffs have been pretty good on the penalty kill all year, but not as good tonight. Shot from the point will be blocked there by Mick Bruce. He's going to chip it up, and him and Wigton are coming in 2-on-2 for the Buffaloes, shorthanded. Mick Bruce, some pretty good hands there for a defenseman. He's just going to hold it down here and look to kill off some time. Puts it on net. It goes just wide of Sisler. Puck now behind the net. Finally, Arizona gets possession, and Alex Vasquez is going to drop it off for his teammate. Arizona's going to break it out here. Skating it up here is number 26, Ferreira. Shot saved by Lechner, and Lechner's just going to hold on to that one.
Lechner making a nice save there and holding on. And, I know the score is 3-1, and Colorado has really had this trend all year, but the goaltender tonight, Matt Lechner, usually the backup for Palumbo, is playing a very good game. And to be fair, 2 goals from Arizona have been on power plays. And on the power play opportunity, sometimes you just get bailed out, and that's what I think we've seen here tonight.
Yeah, let's give credit where credit's due. We always have been praising about Palumbo this year. Lechner has filled in quite nicely tonight. Puck now in the near corner. Arizona, he seems to lose an edge, and he falls down. Ice is slippery, according to your buddy James, and the puck will go just down into the corner. No, it's your friend Cameron.
Yeah, it's Cameron. He actually called a few games on Ustream for us this year.
Now Pierce Matty with the puck. Matty's just going to chip it all the way down. A minute left here in the Wildcat power play. 7:38 left in the game. Puck now back for the Arizona Wildcats. They're taking it out here slowly. He's going to bring it in the zone. He makes one move. Hurley Kane, though, there, playing good defense. He's going to make it hard for him, and Merms wasn't able to take it in, though. Brennan Parker puts it up to the point, looks for a shot. It's going to go through, tipped, almost put in there on the second effort. And puck now for Merms behind the net. Merms had 2 points on the night last night, has yet to be on the scoreboard. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Puck back up to the point. Shot was just wide of Lechner again. 20 seconds left in this power play for the Arizona Wildcats. Larson fighting for it on the side. He's going to get it all the way down here with just about 10 seconds left in the power play. Good kill here by the Buffaloes if they can hold on.
Yeah, doing a nice job keeping the puck onto the outside, not allowing a entry pass into the slot for an easy chance.
Puck now, as the penalty has finally expired here, back to 5-on-5, and Nate Grush takes a man down there. And the Wildcats are just going to chip it in again and chase. Nightenbach has it. He gets it back to Bruce. Bruce now skating out himself, gets it up to his teammate Street and up to Wigton. Wigton's going to just put it around the guy and skate it in. And he's looking for a centering pass. He puts it through, but Nate Grush wasn't quite ready for it. Bruce will get it back down. Street to Wigton. Wigton tries to take it out of the corner. Not able to. Now Nate Grush behind the net. This line has been very dynamic for the Buffaloes so far tonight. Wigton over to Street. Street to Wigton. Just playing catch here, back behind the net. Wigton centers it, goes just wide there. Good look there by Street. Wigton almost had that one. Palmer puts it back down. That's going to be Nate Grush. Grush to Wigton. Wigton to Bruce. Goal!
The trend has been defensemen jumping up into the play on all levels of hockey, and Mick Bruce just did it as well as you could, coming all the way from the left point, jumping into the slot, putting a goal in right over the shoulder of Sisler. And boy, Connor, with 5:41 remaining in the third, Buffs are within one, and we said the closer that clock gets to 0, the harder they're going to fight, and high fives all around down on the bench. But it's time to get one more. That's the mantra on the bench. One more goal. Colorado, though, can't get too excited, though. You're down by 1. Do not allow another goal.
I think they're well aware of that. And that was another deja vu from last night. That was Wigton to Bruce for the one-timer here. The Buffaloes will take a penalty immediately after. That's going to be a hold. We'll wait and see here who it's on. But like I said, deja vu again. Wigton to Bruce, one-time shot, goal. We've seen that a couple times this year.
I was going to say, if I were to ask you who you thought got the assist on that one,
That's
Rich
an easy guess.
Rich Wigton. Wigton with his second point here on the night, and he has been fun to watch. He had a goal back in the first period, which was a snipe from the circle, and oh boy, he is a good player. Assist also is going to go to Evan Palmer. No, sorry, Evan Palmer is going to go off on the holding penalty here.
So Wildcats back on the power play here. Just up by 1 now, though. Evans Anderson here up at the point. He's looking to put it through. Good job by Lem getting in his way. Back to Evans Anderson. He puts that back down there to Vasquez. Vasquez shot goes just wide of Lechner. Almost got it there was Merms on the far post. Back down to Merms. Tries to get it to Evans Anderson. He hacks it at the net. Saved by Lechner. Buff's doing a good job of keeping people out of the slot. Puck now in the corner. Here we go up to Vasquez. Vasquez puts it over to Merms. Merms has it up top looking for Gleason, and he'll get it over to Gleason. Gleason to Merms. Merms hit there by Maddie. The shot by Gleason will be saved by Lechner. Second attempt, he'll have to dive out and save it, but here we go. 4:41 left in the period. Minute 06 left in the power play for the Wildcats. The Buffs are just hanging on.
Yeah, and right before they dropped the puck after that last goal, I said, don't allow another goal. I should have added, don't take another penalty. But, 54 seconds into the 2-minute penalty, Colorado doing a pretty good job of, again, keeping the puck on the outside, keeping the mans below the dots, and not allowing any slot opportunities.
Face-off won by the Buffaloes, and Peter Martin's going to try and dump it down. Held in there by Nowicki. Nowicki gets it down and trying to make a nice move there is Ferreira. Peter Martin is on him tight there. Marinholtz now taking it up. Tries to get it up to Larson. And Martin now racing for the puck. Bring it in for the Wildcats. Almost a shot opportunity there, but holding on to it there is Odea. Odea's shot goes just wide. Puck now in the corner. That's Nowicki with it. Nowicki's going to have it back up at the point. Nowicki gets it over to his teammate there. That's number 20, Wadhams. Wadhams back to Nowicki. His shot will be tipped. Goes just wide there. As number 26, Ferreira, had the puck. 23 seconds left in this penalty kill here. 3:55 left in the game. Wigton now just misses the hit. And here we go with Odea. He makes one nice move. Good play there by Knightenbach to body him up. Arizona will keep the puck, though. Merms tries to make a little backhand pass. He can't. Odea will have it once again. Odea. Penalty has expired. Back now to Merms. Over to Odea. He can't hold on to it. Merms has it. He gets it up to Parker. Parker, shot saved by Lechner. And Wigton is going to skate it out himself. Wigton to Street. Too many Wildcats there for Street to handle. And it's going to go right back into the neutral zone here as Parker is going to skate it in. He'll go just off sides, though, as Merms was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. 3:16 left here in this period. It's a one-goal game, Joe.
I wouldn't be surprised if a head coach from either squad called a timeout here in the next few minutes, because if you're the Wildcats, you kind of feel Colorado breathing down your neck. At the same time, though, the Buffs look a little bit gassed out there, and that number one line that includes Rich Wigton out there right now, and boy, if someone's going to make something happen, you got to think it's going to be Rich Wigton.
And you wonder when the Buffaloes are going to pull their goalie. Usually it's going to be with about a minute and a half left in the period, but as we saw with the Avs the other night, they pulled the goalie with 3 minutes left, saying, hey, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it early. So icing here called, and it'll go all the way down for a Buffaloes face-off. Speaking of pulling the goalie, this might not be a bad time to do it. Just get that extra guy out there for the offensive face-off here.
Yeah, and at this point, it sounds a little bit dumb, but you got really nothing to lose here. And you want to win this game. It's not going to change the overall look of your season, but we are actually going to get the timeout from Arizona. So Arizona's going to take a timeout here. And with 3 minutes remaining, Connor, let's take an opportunity just to reflect and thank those who made that happen tonight. I want to first thank our engineer, Greg O'Brien, who basically put together an entire television broadcast in less than 24 hours. We were joking last night after the game that, hey, wouldn't this be fun if we put it on TV? And guess what? We did. We put this game on TV after only about 12 hours of preparation, and Greg, who I wish I could give him a headset to be on air, he says no. He says he's a more behind-the-camera guy. But, again, Greg O'Brien has made magic here tonight, and we got to also thank our friend David Levine. And David has also helped put together an awesome broadcast here tonight. And alongside Connor McHugh, I'm Joe Paris, and it's been a really fun year. And, Connor, this will be probably the last game you and I will call together, and I just want to say thank you. You and I have had a lot of fun here the last 2 years, working Boulder Bison games, Colorado Buffalo games, and there's a few other people though we gotta thank while we got the time. Zach Rosenfeld, who's down in his own little world down there. Yeah, he's raising his hand at the air, and Josh Sutherland, who's also manning a camera. We got all our fans from all around the state. And we really we couldn't thank all of you enough. And Connor, it's been fun working with you, and I'll get back to more of you after this hockey game.
Oh, please, Joe. Face off with 3 minutes left here for the Buffaloes. And it'll be one, and trying to get it was Maddie. He was tripped up a little bit. He's going to be chipped up, and Nightenbach will have it here at the point. He just chips it down into the corner. Lem and Larson are there for the puck. Merms, he's going to tip it out. That goes right to Evans Anderson. Anderson over to Merms. Merms will just chip it in, and he's going to have his teammate there, Parker, chase after it behind the net. And we apologize for some of those sounds you are hearing. The mic is just in between the benches, so we're going to turn that sound down here for a second until we think it's safe. 2:24 left in this period here as Sebastian Lem skating it out. No more sound for you guys for just a little bit. There will be a delayed penalty here, and it's going to be a trip on Arizona, it looks like, and this will be a great opportunity for the Buffaloes here with 2:15 left in the game, and they're going to have just about 2 minutes, actually a full 2 minutes out of that 2:15 on the power play.
And now you bring up a very interesting concept. Do you pull the goalie and go 6-on-4, or do you not want to overcomplicate things and just say 5-on-4? And I've always thought that having an extra guy out there is great, but sometimes you've got too many guys in the zone. And I think the way Colorado plays, 5-on-4 will do.
And we'll have to see. They're going to go 5-on-4 here. No goalie pulled yet, but if something doesn't work, Eric Ballard won't be afraid to make the change. Mick Bruce, shot saved by Sisler. Stiedler was the goalie of CSU. We keep mixing those guys up this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Nightenbach up at the point. He puts a shot through. It's blocked there by his own teammate. And he's going to go in and follow his own shot. Another opportunity there by Street. He's not able to get it, though. Nightenbach will hold on to the puck. He puts another opportunity, and Grush just misses the net on his opportunity. Mick Bruce puts a shot through. Saved by Sisler. And Nate Grush was just inches away from tipping that one with his stick out of the air.
Oh, boy. How close can you get? Colorado, though, doing a nice job there the first 30 seconds of power play time. And we're going to get a timeout now from Colorado. Eric Ballard is liking what he's seeing, but I think he wants to kind of chat some things over. So a minute 45 remaining here. We got a few more people we've got to thank here tonight. First of all, I'd like to thank Buff Vision, the official sponsor of tonight's equipment. They gave us all of the equipment to borrow on very short notice. So thank you to Buff Vision for all of the equipment. Square 2 Productions, our technology consultant here tonight, Greg O'Brien and his Square 2 Productions doing a great job. We got Matt Schreiber, who's been working on graphics for our broadcasts, so the beautiful graphics you have been seeing. And, of course, again, David Levine for making all of our audio possible, helping engineer this entire broadcast. But, well, it's been a lot of fun. And David says hi from the production area there. But really, it's been a full team effort this year, no pun intended. From Connor and I down to the other interns, CJ, the Niz, Matt, everyone you've heard. It's been a lot of fun this year.
Can't forget AJ there either.
Oh, AJ, yes, our PA, the rags to riches story, as Scott Alberto would say. Shout out to Scott Alberto. He showed up to a few games.
Yeah, kind of. All right, 1:45 left in the game, 1:30 left in the power play. We've got 5 men out there. No goalie pulled yet. Face-off won by the Buffaloes, and Mick Bruce is going to have it up at the point. Bruce over to Wigton, down to Street. Back to Wigton. Wigton's shot blocked there by an Arizona Wildcat. Street is going to get possession back. Street down to Wigton in the corner. Wigton back to Street. Street's looking for a point man. He puts it right to Mick Bruce. Bruce over to Nightenbach. Nightenbach back to Bruce. One-time shot off the post. It is a goal.
Oh my goodness, Connor, I don't want to borrow it, but it's the right season for it. Do you believe in miracles? Al Michaels' famous call from the 1980 Olympics. Colorado's going to get a goal here on the power play with just 1:19 remaining in regulation, and we are tied at 3. You couldn't have asked for a better game here for our inaugural broadcast. By God.
Oh my goodness, they are fighting it here. The Arizona players say it was off the post, and it looked like it was off the post for us, but the ref was in the right position. He was right there on the goal line. There is an inner post there in the top part of the net, and you sometimes will hit that so clean that it sounds like and looks like you hit the crossbar. Refs, though, keep the goal. 3-3 here. Minute 19 left in the game. And the Buffalo's goal, as you hear the TA announcer, AJ Nuss there, will go to Mick Bruce with a beautiful one-time shot assisted by Luke Nightenbach. The two nice additions the Buffaloes got about a month ago.
Boy, those played off big time.
They did. This team has just transformed since those guys got on this team. But a minute left in this period. It is a tie game right now. And hit there hard was Palmer. Puck now back into the corner. Evans Anderson. He's going to try and take it himself. He wraps it around. He's looking for a pass. Two buffs are on him, though. Goes right into Hurley Kane's skate, and Pierce Maddie's going to have it. He chips it high off the glass and out, and it's going to go back down into the zone for Arizona. Arizona not able to get it in for long, though, and now back with it is Brendan Parker. Puck behind the net. Martin giving good pressure there by Merms. Buffs are going to chip it out. 20 seconds left in the period here. Puck in the near corner. 15 seconds left. One-time shot saved by Lechner. Another shot. That's blocked by Peter Martin. Great job laying the body out. Just under 10 seconds left here. The puck is in the corner, and Arizona is not able to get possession. 2 seconds left, and that will be the end of the third period here in Boulder. Phenomenal finish so far, and we will be going to overtime. Joe is saying yes, 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 as if he were Daniel Bryan of the WWE.
Oh my gosh, Daniel Bryan made our broadcast. I'm sitting over here, no secret here. This is super exciting right now. Colorado showing the absolute heart and triumph right here. And I don't want to say I told you so, but the closer that clock to 0, the closer Colorado got to tying the game up. And Mick Bruce stepping in from the point with a blast, tying this game up. We're going to go to overtime. We're going to have 5 minutes of bonus coverage for you here on our inaugural broadcast. Oh, boy, Connor, we couldn't have asked for a better game here tonight.
And guess what? Mick Bruce, that is 2 games in a row. He actually had 2 goals today, both one-time shots. Goal yesterday, one-time shot. Guess who assisted the goal yesterday? Richard Wigton. Guess who assisted all his goals today?
Is it Richard Wigton?
I think you got that right.
What is Richard Wigton? Oh, boy. We're going to do our best to try and get Wigton up here for a post-game interview, because if anyone deserves it, it's Rich Wigton. But, oh, boy, Connor, at the end of 3 periods of play, we're going to go to overtime. We are tied at 3. This is exciting. And I don't know what to say. Colorado was playing one of the best teams in the country here tonight, Arizona, and they are playing them to a T. It was a very weird first, very weird second, and third period. Well, you couldn't have written it better.
No, this is perfect for our inaugural broadcast. Got a lot of good fans here. And you know what? This is just, I don't know. We're sending them off well, and they're sending us off well this year.
Oh, boy. If you believe in divine intervention, here it is tonight. Of course, on the one night that we get the TV truck out here. Oh, gosh. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey, though. So overtime coverage here.
A little bit of show ponies out there. We bring in all the equipment, and they play an amazing game. So
it's rigged.
Yes, it is. Face-off won by Arizona here early on in overtime. And the Arizona player here, number 18, is going to skate it up. That's Brian Drasner. Drasner skating it all the way down the ice. He puts it on Lechner. Lechner taking no chances. He's going to hold that just 14 seconds into the period.
Yeah, Lechner wasn't going to take any chances during regulation, and boy, you betcha, overtime action, not even going to think about making anything that would even come close to being a chance. He's going to jump on top of that puck, and, just 15 seconds, though, into overtime. Arizona looks like the team that's got the fresher legs here.
And a quick change by the Buffaloes. That was only a 14-second shift, but we've got Pierce Maddie and Richard Wigton. That's a good line to have out there right now. And Mick Bruce is going to try and take it up himself. Mick Bruce giving chase. They're going to call that an icing. Not quite sure I agree with that one.
I'm almost sure I saw a deflection here past the center line, but, well, the officiating tonight, they've really earned their paychecks. As we've mentioned, and as one of our favorite listeners, Fishbert, pointed out, a ton of penalties here tonight.
A lot of them. And just in case people at home don't know, it is 4-on-4. I'm sure you can see. But the overtime here is 5 minutes 4-on-4, just like the NHL. So you have a treat for you here with a lot more open ice. Nick Bruce over to Wigton. Wigton is going to just dump it out, and Arizona's going to have it back as Shane Gleason passes it up to his teammate. Gets it over to Merms. Merms can't handle it, and Pierce Maddie's going to skate it in now. Maddie's got Wigton with him. Maddie makes one move. He's going to shoot it, and it goes right into the pants of a player. Another shot goes just wide there as Sisler didn't even see that one. Peter Martin is going to hold it in there on the boards. Hit hard there on the sideboards. It was Maddie, and there's another player down. Arizona players are taking exception to that. He might be injured. We're not quite sure. He's a little bit slow to get up, but that is Merms. Merms gave out his fair share of good hits and cheap shots last night and kind of got back to him tonight.
That was a pretty nasty collision right in front of the Colorado bench, and they're having a conversation about it right now. And, both teams have to understand, and I'm sure this has probably come up during the brief intermission, don't take a penalty in overtime because then it's 4-on-3, and that is it's very unique hockey, although we've seen it this weekend twice. But when you got a 4-on-3 opportunity, that'll really open up the ice, and, with a young goaltender like Lechner, it's a bit much.
And we've got some very unhappy Wildcats right now. They have not been big fans of the referees, especially tonight. Last night they weren't either, as they had some incidents pushing over the refs and having some choice words.
Yes.
But they just had their discussion. The face-off here with 4 minutes to go will be in the zone, the offensive zone here for the Buffaloes. Sebastian Lem will take the draw. He wins it back to Martin. Martin's got a shot. It's going to go just wide. Puck behind the net. Skating it out is Vasquez. Vasquez is going to get up to his teammate here. Skating it in for the Wildcats is Ferreira. Ferreira trying to make some moves around it. Peter Martin. Martin stands strong, though. And the Wildcats take the puck back again. Here on the near boards is number 7 there, Odea. Odea makes a nice move, and he's hit hard there by Hurley Kane. Puck now fighting for it there on the sideboards with 2 buffs and an Arizona player. Shot will be saved by Lechner. Second chance saved by Lechner again. And there we're seeing a little bit of the frustration here. 3:24 left in the period, and things are starting to escalate even more.
Lechner making a really nice play. You wouldn't call it a save, but he's blocking the centering pass. He leaves his post to make sure the puck doesn't squirt into the slot for what would have been basically a wide open net. So he won't get credit for a save, but it's just as good as one there.
It is. So here we go with 3:24 left in the overtime period. Face-off won by Arizona. Shot goes just wide into the corner, and Evan Street will take it for the Buffaloes. He's going to just chip it out of the zone to be safe. And number 5, Nick Hinsberg, is going to dump it in. Up to Street. Street is going to take it in himself. It's 2-on-3. Street makes one nice move. He's going to take it wide and slow it down a little bit. He gets it back to Dordick. Dordick puts it through. Tipped almost by Wigton. Sisler will hold on. Wigton once again so close to tipping that thing out of midair.
2:59 remaining here in the overtime period. And Connor, this is exciting hockey. We are tied at 3 live from Boulder, Colorado. With Connor McHugh, I'm Joe Paris, and boy, this has been a fun one here tonight.
So here we go with 2:59 left in the overtime period. Buffs not able to win the draw, and skating it out is Odea. He's going in one-on-one with Nightenbach. Nightenbach plays good defense there. They're going to call a penalty on that one. I am not sure about that. I never saw a hook or anything, maybe an interference, but that is just not the call you want to make in overtime if you're a referee. Just 2:50 left in the period, and the refs are going to call a penalty. And as you can hear, the team is not happy about that one. But
we need a dump button.
Yeah, we do need a dump button here. But 2:50 left in the period, and here we go with a 2-minute power play for Arizona. This is killer for the Buffs.
And we talked about it. The ice is really going to open up here. Got to be careful if you are the Buffaloes.
And there has been some interesting calls by the referee tonight.
To say the least.
We'll file that one under questionable.
Highly questionable with Dan Levitard.
Yes, sir. Had to drop that too.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing it in is Merms. Merms stops it here on the side boards. He's going to get it over to the defenseman there. Gleason over to Merms. Merms tries to get it to Drasner. Street stands strong, and he's going to dump it all the way down. Minute 30 left in this overtime penalty kill for the Buffaloes. 2:20 left in the period. Skating it out now is Gleason for the Wildcats. He gets it there over to Drasnik. Drasnik slows things down. Always do the same thing. They skate it in, hold it on the sideboards, and kind of act like it's power play, which it is. Mick Bruce now behind the net. Not able to hold on to it as Evans Anderson will have it. Evans Anderson takes a weird angle shot, and Mick Bruce is going to be able to get it out just enough. And giving chase here is Pierce Matty coming in. And Pierce Matty showing his speed there. He's going to have it here in the near corner. Pierce Matty looking for a change, though, not able to get the puck. Minute 39 left in the game, and 45 seconds left in this power play for Arizona. Saved by Lechner there as a weird shot from the corner gets tipped by Evans Anderson. Lechner has stood very strong here in overtime.
Lechner looking good there, and he isn't looking like a guy that hasn't had much ice time this year. Sticking with the play perfectly, putting his chest right in, squaring up, cutting down the angle. Great save there by the goaltender.
So 1:30 left in overtime, 40 seconds left in the penalty here by Nightenbach. Everyone is standing here in the rec center, and they are ready to see the outcome they're hoping for. Shot by Arizona, saved by Lechner, goes into the far corner. Peter Martin pinned up against the boards. Back up to the point. With the puck now is Raiola. Raiola over to his teammate. Shot, and that'll go in, and Arizona will win on a power play here and showboat as much as they can. If I'm Eric Ballard, I am livid right now that there was a call. And there's a scrap here. There's going to be a fight here in the corner as Merms is trying to get things going. And we've got another one here as Marinholtz gets taken out there by number 19. And they're taking off the helmets. They're going to go here.
Oh, here we go.
This is a good one. We've got a couple lefts. Right, left. Marinholtz, they are just feeding them right now. They're letting them go. The refs want nothing with this. This is Rizik and Marinholtz. Jersey is off, and Marinholtz is just feeding them here. Things are getting ugly as the refs caused all of this. Hate to be a little bit partisan, but
we're going to get the W to Marinholtz on that one.
Yeah. So here we go. That'll be the end of that, and I wouldn't be surprised if more happened, but this Arizona team, class is not one of their specialties.
No, they really like to grind it out. We got both coaching staffs down on the ice as Marinholtz is going to be escorted all the way to the locker room, you'd assume, and he's going to get high fives all around. Fans on their feet, they're clapping here. We had to turn down our ice audio because you could probably imagine what they're saying down there. But Rich Wigton out at center ice with the rest of his teammates. Oh, boy, that was a fun game here tonight. And you look into the corner, you see the jersey, stick, gloves, helmet of Derek Marinholtz. And if that wasn't enough, that was a great game here tonight. You know what, Connor? Although Colorado's going to lose here 4-3 in overtime, they played one of the best teams in the country all the way to an overtime loss. They're going to get a point here on the ice. Coaching staffs are going to still exchange handshakes here. And you know what, Connor? This was so much fun. What a game here tonight. And although Colorado isn't going to come out on top, that is about as good as a college hockey game I have seen in this building all year.
Yeah, this and the CSU game are both up there as the best games we've seen all year. And we will not turn the sound back on out there as we've got some discussions by the refs that we probably shouldn't hear as much as you guys want to. But there was, just to recap the little last events there, goal by Arizona after an iffy call by the referee, and then a lot of extracurricular activities led to a David Rizik and Derek Marinholtz fight, and then the refs kind of just told everyone get off the ice.
Let them go home, and I think the fans got what they paid for here tonight, and all of our viewers at home. Boy, we promised hockey, but well, that was about some of the best hockey we've seen all year, and that Colorado Buffalo squad really showed what they're about. They got down early. They don't come out on top, but you know they played with their hearts, and they did everything they could to not only come out on top, but you know what? I'd say it's a moral victory. And you hate hearing that phrase, moral victory, in sports because a lot of the times it doesn't mean anything. But, you know, Connor, especially with the W we're going to give to Mr. Marinholtz there on the that final hit at the that final fight at the end, I got to give Colorado a W in the moral victory column here tonight, and I'm sure there's a few guys down in the locker room that would love to come up here and chat with us. So why don't we step aside? We're going to play one more section of music from Cascade Kinsey, but when we come back, we're going to have some post-game interviews, Connor's and my thoughts here. And, well, Connor, what a fun game.
That was a blast, and that's one way to end a season. Well, not quite end a season. We talked last night that this team was maybe going to be playing 2 games against North Dakota State next weekend. We now know they will be playing Friday at 7:30. The Sunday game will not be happening. We will let you know if anything else changes. You're going to want to follow the Twitter account. But last big game here, last WCHL game, and it was a fun one.
Oh, boy, was it ever. But we're going to step aside. But when we come back, we're going to have some post-game, at least a post-game interview with at least someone. It might be Connor for the post-game interview.
who
We'll
knows?
see if the teams are available after that scrap. But it's been a lot of fun here, Connor. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us. We got some post-game thoughts as well as our season wrap-up for the WCHL. Why don't you call the network this time? What are we going to call it this time?
Let's just go with the Buffs Hockey Network. I
Buffs
kind of like
Hockey
that
Network.
one.
The
All right, well,
the BHN.
Yeah, so Buffs Hockey Network will be back here in a couple minutes. Let's listen to Cascade Kinsey, the local band from Durango, who is quite close to you, Joe Paris, and they are quite good.
Yeah, they are a very good band. They'll be playing some shows out here in the next few weeks. So thanks again to Cascade Kinsey for all their music. Go ahead and find them on Reverb Nation, Cascade Kinsey. So we got one more section of Cascade Kinsey. I'm looking over to our engineer. I guess we'll say DJ Greg. But when we come back, we've got some post-game interviews on the Buffalo Hockey Network.
Someone told
Welcome into our official post-game report. I'm Joe Paris with Connor McHugh and our post-game guest, the one and only Coach Eric Ballard. And, well, we'll get right to it, Coach. Heartbreaking loss here at home, one of the last games of the season. And, well, it was a fun one. 4-3 is your final score, Arizona in overtime. And, well, let's just get right to it. Talk about that game. It seemed like a really back-and-forth game, really bizarre first and second period.
Yeah, Arizona State is a top 15 team in the country in the ACHA, and we're trying to rebuild a program here, and it was back and forth. We went up 1-0. They came back and went up 2-1, and it was a seesaw game. It was a lot of fun up and down the ice. It had kind of all the elements that you want to see in a hockey game. It was physical. There was some nice goals. Even a fight at the end of the game there. So there's no question that they're a good team, and we competed tonight. And you get to overtime. It's not always the team that that the better team that wins. It's the team that gets the first bounce, and they get a power play goal.
Your team's been very resilient all year, and you guys are really good at playing down. Tonight, it really showed why are they so good when they're down with their backs against the wall.
Well, I think that, we've tried to establish the fact that we, as a team, we just don't match up man for man with some of these better teams in the country. And, the guys have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So when they play hard, they understand that they can beat almost anybody or they can play with anybody. So the most important thing is, we try to instill a blue-collar, hard-working, bring your lunch pail and your work boots to work a hockey team. And the guys have been really, really on top of it this year. They never give up, no matter what the score is, no matter what the outcome is, and they come every day ready to play.
Early in the third period, you guys are losing 3-1, and I made a comment to Connor. I said, you watch, the closer as the clock gets to 0, the harder these guys are going to fight. And what can obviously be categorized as a transitional year. The question is, has the team gotten better? And the obvious answer from Connor and I was yes. But just talk about your feeling from day one of camp to tonight, one of the last regular season games. How do you feel about the growth of this squad?
It's been you very rarely see a team grow as much as a team like ours did this year. Adding a couple new additions at semester break with Mick Bruce and Luke Nightenbach and Sebastian Lem definitely brought the level up a lot. But from day one till today, you're dealing with two different hockey teams. And I call the guys the island of misfit toys, and we really are. We come from a ton of different backgrounds. There's not a lot of experience at the higher levels, but I'm very proud of these guys. They really listen. They're coachable. And the most important part of it is they want to get better on a daily basis. So it's easy to gauge and measure success when, you start at the beginning of the year and you're losing to Utah State by 7 or 8 goals, getting outshot, 38 to 48 to, 6, and really kind of competing with top brass in the ACHA. So no question in my mind, this team has really come a long ways.
Richard Wigton has played phenomenal these last 2 games. He's kind of been a spark plug for your guys' offense, and he got a lot more ice time. They kind of turned into the first line tonight. What made you make that decision?
Well, Richard Wigton, Evan Strait, and Nate Grush, since the semester break, have absolutely bought into what we're trying to do, and they're so patient and poised with the puck. They're dynamic. They've got some experience, and, there's no question last night that just dropped the puck last night. They were really good off the first draw. And you have to have that first shift of any game to establish some momentum. And, even though we lost last night to a real tough team, U of A, they were the spark plug again last night. And it's no question they've really established themselves as a high-energy, extremely dynamic, very well-disciplined offensively, especially down below the goal line in the offensive zone.
We had Commissioner of the WCHL, Chris Perry, with us earlier during the second intermission. He said that the future is bright for Colorado hockey. And, well, it's really hard to disagree. But moving forward, Coach, where do you see this team a year from now?
Well, in a perfect world, you always want to see your team get better every year. And I believe that, we've built a really good foundation here this year, a very good base, and it's going to be better. There's no question. We've got some new recruits coming in. We only lose, 3 seniors with Riddell, Marin Holds, and Myra. So there's some room for improvement and some room for growth. Obviously no one has a crystal ball, but in a year from now, these won't be overtime games. These will be games that we're winning 4-1 and 5-3, and we'll be beating teams like Arizona.
Well, good to hear, and thanks for Eric Ballard for joining us today after the game. Good game today. Sorry about the outcome.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
But thanks, and there's a lot more to look forward to next year as we're going to be trying to do this a little bit more often. You guys have one more game, I believe, against North Dakota State next Friday. What do you guys know about them?
Not a lot. We don't really prepare too much for, opposing teams at this point because we are in a rebuilding year, and we want the kids to, learn to adjust to the game as it goes on, which will ultimately make them better students of the game, in my opinion. So NDSU is a middle-of-the-road Division I ACHA team, and, we're playing at home, and we'd like to end the season on a win. So there's no question we're going to prepare hard this week for, a last game of the season win.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for your time. It's been a fun year for all of us here working with Buffs Hockey. I guess we should give one more shout-out to the interns while we're on the subject. Basically all of Connor's roommates, AJ, CJ, Justin. And, well, I can say for myself and for Connor, it's been a fun year working with you guys. And, well, the future is bright.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
So we're going to kick Coach out, and we're going to let him go hang out with his team, go debrief that wild ending. But, Connor, let's just wrap things up here on the post-game show. Again, your final score, Arizona Wildcats 4, Colorado 3 in overtime. I was really hoping to see a shootout, I won't lie. And you might even see I took off my jacket. Connor's still wearing the jacket. I couldn't handle it anymore. But, Connor, what are your final thoughts about this game?
My final thoughts were that was, despite the ending, it was one of the better games we've seen from Colorado. They played very poised. They were very mature. They didn't take bad penalties until the end, which were kind of avoidable but a little subjective too. But it was a great game by the Buffaloes. Matt Lechner played very, very well for one of his few appearances this year, and can't say enough about Richard Wigton.
Yeah, Rich Wigton. If we were going to do a 3 stars of the game, I think I would have to give at least the second star to Rich Wigton, although they didn't come out on top. But let's talk about this Arizona squad for a minute. And they played a great game, as we both mentioned. They're a top 15 team, and not only the league, but, well, the entire league. We're talking about, you got the WCHL and you got the ACHA. And, it shows tonight, though, that Colorado, at the beginning of this year, they got blown out of this game in the first period, but they kept on fighting. And Colorado found a way to claw back. And, well, it'd be a crime to not talk about it. Mick Bruce with that late power play goal. Boy, what a blast from the point.
Yeah, what an addition to this team. This last 2 games, he had 3 goals. He was just all over the place. All 3 goals were mirrors of themselves. It was a pass from Richard Wigton, one-time shot from Mick Bruce, and it was just like deja vu and then deja vu again. He was just unbelievable, and he kind of got into the offense. Other times he'd sneak into the play, and he was very, very good for both sides of the puck tonight.
We talked about it a bit with Coach Ballard, and, well, let's talk about the season as a whole. This will probably be our final video broadcast of the year, so we'll consider this our post-game, postseason wrap-up. But, Connor, boy, what a ride. I remember at the beginning of the year, Colorado got blown out, as Coach Ballard said, to Utah State, a team that I think they would beat handily now. And, the growth of this squad and the maturation of the freshmen. And we see a kid like Pierce Matty just explode onto the scene. And, you say it's a tough year. It's hard to come back and root for more. But the season's over, and I can't wait for next year.
Neither can I. And they've got so many players returning with 20 underclassmen. It's going to be a very exciting year next year. They've got a lot of guys coming in with a lot of good experience. This team is going to be really good, really fast. So if you're a Buffaloes fan, stick around because next year is going to be fun, and it's just going to get better every year.
And I feel like our video broadcast went pretty well tonight, so I think we'll try and keep it around. But, let's just say thank you one more time for everyone here tonight. Zach behind the camera. You got David and Greg, our engineers. You got the commissioner here. We got Josh Sutherland on a camera way over there. I know it looks weird that I'm pointing over there, but, it was a team effort here tonight. I mean, honestly, we'll break down the fourth wall. Last night after the game, we said, wow, it'd be a lot of fun if we got this video taped in on TV, and, well, we made it happen. So one more time, we're going to thank Buff Vision for all the equipment, the Atlas TV studio for allowing us to have access to Comcast Channel 63, Square 2 Productions, our technology consultant, Greg O'Brien, who is our engineer. And, well, Connor, it's my opportunity now to embarrass you here. This will be the final game I call with you. And fun fact, Connor is a senior. He does basically whatever you can do here. Joe Aria, who used to work with the school, he said, Connor McHugh? Yeah, that's the kid that's doing everything right now. And, Connor, you got a bright future working down at CBS right now. And, you'll continue to work at Sports Mag, which everyone should tune into. But Fridays on Fox College Sports.
4:15 p.m.
It's going to be fun. But, Connor, it's been a pleasure working with you. And, boy, if any indication of tonight's experiences of your future, I guess we've said it about everyone. Colorado hockey, Coach Ballard, the future is bright. So it's been a lot of fun working with you. I mean, from all those nights we spent up until 2:30 in the morning working, editing videos, which, by the way, will be up on the Colorado Hockey website after this broadcast. It's been quite a ride, and I wish you the best in the future.
Well, thank you, Joe, and you've got a bright future, too, and all you CU fans out there, you've got 2 more years of this guy, so be excited.
Oh, boy, you get to listen to me talk for 2 more years. If you want to hear me talk a little bit more, make sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Radio 1190 KVCU Boulder. I see everyone to my left over in the production area laughing at me now, but I'll get my free plug in there. Radio 1190, the AM Revolution. But with Connor McHugh, I'm Joe Pears from Boulder, Colorado. It's been a fun one. Your final score here tonight, Arizona Wildcats 4, Colorado Buffaloes 3, and boy, what a ride. But again, with Connor, it's been a fun one, and we will definitely be seeing you in the future. Thanks again to everyone out there. And, well, I don't know. I really don't want to say goodbye. So
yeah, well, we hope you enjoyed it. We'll leave it with that.
We'll leave it with that. Thank you from Boulder.